white customer in those days, white colonialists. Not this district commissioner. Take him up, you say no. You say no.
Do you understand what he's talking about? The man that knows tomorrow, the man that sees tomorrow, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, do you understand what he's talking about? He knows where we are coming from. He knows that the fabric of our existence has been destroyed completely. He knows what family, Fulani and Britain planned for us. He knows, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he's a victim. He's a victim of the so-called scavengers, even though he is from a rich family, even though he is a prince. But yet, it's outside. Why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go to the UK? He went to the UK because he cannot get good education in the zoo. Remember, he went to Nsukka first, but he could not get what he wants because he's a Biafran. They destroyed the fabrics of our existence. And from that, they scattered us all around the world and made us scavengers today. Don't tell me you are in Spain. Don't tell me you are in the UK. Don't tell me you are in South Korea. Don't tell me you are in Japan. If I ask you now to give me $1,000, you can't. No, you can't. Not because you don't want, but you don't have it. And you've been there for 20 years. My goodness me. But you can't give me $1,000 because you don't have it. It's a fact of life. You are struggling in Japan. You are struggling in Spain. You are struggling in the UK, in the US. And when they ask you, come, let's get Biafra, let's get freedom, you want to fight. You want factionism. You are talking rubbish. You are talking nonsense. As if you are happy in being in the UK for 20 years. My goodness me. What kind of people are we? Are you not tired of being a scavenger? Are you not tired of something? Don't you want to come back home? Don't you want to come and smell your father's home? Don't you want to come and see the wreckage in your father's compound? Don't you want to come back and see how people are laughing at your father's compound? The only way to do that is for you to know that you are a military. You are not an ordinary person. That you are not in a democracy yet. That you are fighting. You are fighting. The people you are fighting, the monsters you are fighting, my goodness me, they are great. These guys are so cunning. That's the word I use. They are so cunning. Did you see how they washed all? Or your
Asia, I know Europe, I know America, I know even in Washington, I know Panama, Africa, I know Alagana, I know my view of the Capo General Nalagana. I see no good to see. There's no way to get see. We are resolute. We are unstoppable. I feel the Muchina and Dabolo. And I could do. And I could do this show. Oh, the very bad like I will not do it. Biafra actor of the actors. Who much go Biafra? I'm gonna do it. I don't know. Biafra on that. That is it. Movement. I don't know. It's over not be a bitch in a I cannot be a bitch in a Mazi, I get to book the press. I can get argument in our dealer. I'm watching, I'm watching again. I'm never watching again. The children of light. We are the first human beings on this planet Earth. We are the children of the Almighty, the creator of the heaven and earth. They deny us our history. The only place you will find the living water, I said, easy in Kendo. Where you will find the living water is in the land of Biafra. They don't want us to know who we are. The children of light. The first language on this planet Earth is the Igbo language. They deny us all this knowledge. The mother of light. She has resurrected. He said the darkness cannot overshadow the light. The light must shine. The hour has come that the children of light will shine, that the whole world may see the light of the Almighty Creator. I will be Chineke, Patriots, we fearless. Biafrans, we are priceless. Don't you know, yeah, we united. Can't you feel in the picture with brighten? God's nation overhauling. The whole world is on notice. The genocide, what could stop us? What the man would do was a warlord. Stop the genocide and save us. The whole world on the level scale. Can't you break loose and you fix it? It's such we are fish on the pond. They don't know.
Now, what the man down there? What does it say? I just she say I wouldn't Takua, a Gavana, the Richard Tokasan, Kata in Hatakata, Amaba Samuba. Alamoyana, Nima, one does it say I want to throw a stick. Alamoyana, Nima, one does it say I want to throw a stick. What a killer, Kenny, what a killer, Kenny. Alamoyana, Nima. Wanda sesaya wana Alamoyana nima Wanda sesaya wana surwasi Alamoyana nima Wanda sesaya wana surwasi Watakila kene Watakila kene Alamoyana nima Wanda sesaya wana surwasi Masubi Yesu natia nasarwa Nache kufaka daga bati ulokoti ayi Nache kili tafi ishaya sura sitin aya daya Yeke tashi kibada haske Kama haske kiyazo Daraja ubangiji kuma ya hau bisa kai Ajuje mu Masubi Yesu natia nasarwa Antaloche mu Masubi Yesu natia nasarwa Menene ya saba asobibi ya sama shugaba Hey! A cikin littafin Nehemiya sura 2 aya 17 yace sa'annan nace musu kun gani masifa da muke ciki wurin sharima ta zama kufai kamar yadda kuma sun ci wuta ku zo bari mu gina ganuwan wurin sharima domin kada mu kara zama abin zaki haka nan ne ma ina ce ma masu bi na jihar Nasarawa da cewa ku zo mu gina ganuwa masu bi a jihar Nasarawa domin kada mu zama abin zargi Allah ya aike ni gare ku cewa wa zai tsaya tsakanin domin mu gudanar da wannan aiki menene yake hana mu zama gwamna a jihar nan Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti watakila kene watakila keje Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti watakila kene watakila keje Allah mu yana nima wanda zai tsaya wannan surwasti Your country is desolate, your cities are burned down with fire, your land strangers devour it in your presence, and it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Oh, Christians of our dear state, what a shame to Christendom. Azobiji Yanazarwa inakude, Saramuna Masubi inakude, Igbo Christians inakude. Alabo Christians in Ambude, Nache Madam Christian in Ambude, Nache Bandara Christian in Ambude, Oh, Mikili Christian in Ambude, Nache Bagi Christian in Ambude, Nache Yamba Christians in Ambude. Christians in Wanda zefanya wana zrosti alamu yana nema wanda zefanya wana zrosti watakila kene watakila keje alamu yana nema wanda zefanya wana zrosti alamu yana nema wanda zefanya wana zrosti alamu yana nema wanda zefanya wana zrosti watakila kene watakila keje alamu yana nema wanda zefanya wana zrosti a cikin littafin makoki sura 5 aya 1 zuwa karshe yace ya ubangiji ka tuna da abin da ya same mu ka duba ka gan zargin da ake yi mana ana bada kadan mu ga baki gadaje mu kuma ya ga mutane wadansu kasashe marayu ne mu marasa uba iyayenmu gamraye ne mun sayi ruwa shan mu da kuɗi itacen mu sai da kuɗi ake samu waɗanda suka runtume mu sun kama mu a wuya mun gaji babu hutu mun ba da gari ga masarawa ga asiriyawa kuma domin mu sami abinci da za ya ishe mu ubani mu sun yi zunubi ba su sai kuma mu mun dauke alhakin laifinsu bayin suna mulkin mu ba mai ceton mu daga hannunsu da hasarin ranmu muke samu abincin mu saboda takobin mutanen jeji fata mu ta babake kamar tandaru saboda zafin zazzabi na yunwa suka bata mata cikin Siyona yan mata mu kuma cikin birane Yahuda aka rataye hakime da hannuwansu aka ci fuskar da tibai mawajiyar karfi suka dauki dutse nika yara suna faduwa a karkashin kayan itace da tibai sun kare a kofofin gari babu sauran samari da yake yin waka murna zuciyarmu ta kare rawanmu ta koma makoki alamu yana nima Allah wanda zai sanya wannan rosti alamu yana
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 7th day of the 11th month being November in the year of our Lord 2021. I enjoin each and every one of you to draw nearer to your listening devices. Invite your friends and well-wishers, even your foes, your enemies. Invite them to this hallowed platform in order to listen to the gospel of liberation, the gospel of good news, the gospel of freedom. Freedom has no color. Freedom discriminates with nobody. What we are doing, the indigenous people of Biafra, is to preach freedom so that all and sundry will be free. All and sundry, not only Biafrans. Whether you are Hausa, whether you are Kanuri, Bachama, it doesn't matter the tribe you come from. Everybody is born to be free. Stop allowing yourselves to be dominated by the Fulani Caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate. Therefore, I once again welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu, who is in the enemy territory. In the next 3 days, so to say, he will be going to Abuja court as scheduled. But he has no case to answer. Make no mistake about it. Our leader must be released. And things are happening behind the scenes. I'm assuring you that Our leader must be unconditionally released. Things are happening. Things are happening. That is why, like yesterday, I craved the indulgence of Biafrans to be angry but sin not. Do not speak or talk aimlessly when you are angry because of the situation. But I assure you that at the end you will rejoice. That is the reality. Therefore, we must continue. Today is Sunday, the 7th day of November 2021. We must continue in our propagation of freedom and liberty. Let us pray. Chukwu okike abịama pụrụ ime ihe niile, the God of our ancestors, we have once again gathered in this hallowed platform in order to do the needful. Therefore, I present our leader into your care, Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu. He is your servant. Therefore, we have nothing to add nor to subtract, because that God knows everything. What is going on physically, it is painful, but it is part of the process. And we know that at the end, the victory is ours. Sustain him, O Lord. Continue giving him the audacity in order to continue doing what he knows best, resisting the evil. He is not fighting for himself. He is fighting for all of us and unborn generations. That is why he sacrificed himself in order to do this work. You are the one that sent him to deliver us, your people, because we have gone astray. Therefore, Chukwu Kabiama, I commit even the whole entirety of the indigenous people of Biafra. Our land is under siege. The people we didn't know are trying very hard in order to make sure that we are conquered. Chukwu Kabiama, we are resisting it, and we shall continue resisting it with the last drop of our blood. We have never conquered anybody. We have never taken what belongs to other people. All we are asking for is what belongs to us, and we have the right to protect, to do so, self-preservation. Therefore, Chukwu Kabiama, protect those that are in Biafra land, those that are being killed. Chukwu Kabiama, for this cause, let their spirits never rest. Let them continue fighting this war until finally we shall be victorious. Thank you, Chukwu Kabiama, for in your name we have prayed. He said, once again, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition of Radio Biafra Hausa service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In the next few days, he will be going to court. He's expected to be in Abuja court. Our leader was extraordinarily rendition. Thank God that the Kenyan government, they have made a U-turn in order to confess that yes, our leader was renditioned in Kenya. There is no official documentation or record of being arrested officially in Kenya. by any police, which means Nigeria committed is a confirmation of what we are saying. That Nigeria committed crime, international crime, against our leader, Mazi, against the indigenous people of Biafra, against even Kenya government, or Kenya as a country, against Britain, against the international community. The world should not keep quiet in order to let Nigeria get away with this crime. This is a test. It's one of the moral tests for humanity. What we are saying is that the world should rise up and condemn Nigeria for its crime. That is what we are saying. Nigeria should not get away with committing this type of heinous crime, renditioning somebody into another country that he is not holding their passport. This is unheard of, but we must continue, because no matter how thick is the darkness, the sun must surely rise. Therefore, I will go straight to the topic of my submission today, and after I will love people to also call, mostly from Biafra land, in order to give us a situation report, mostly from the Anambra election, the shenanigan they call election. I will go straight to the topic of my submission today, which says weaponizing poverty as political tool. Weaponizing poverty as political tool. Do you understand? I want to talk about weaponizing poverty as a political tool. You know, what we are witnessing in Nigeria today, it is not natural. What we are witnessing in Nigeria today, it is not natural. First of all, Nigeria is not naturally oriented. It is artificial, created by Frederick Lugard and his girlfriend, Flora Shaw. Therefore, Nigeria being the poverty capital of the world, according to World Index, is something that is voluntarily created. Do you understand? It is created as a political tool. Listen attentively, please, because I will take it easy. Although I will not take a long time, but I will take it easy. As I said, the topic of my submission today, it talks about, it says, weaponizing poverty as a political tool. That is what is happening in Nigeria. What you are hearing and seeing in Nigeria as poverty, it is not natural. It is of human making. It is voluntarily made by the elites, by the politicians, in order to make people manipulable, subduable. Because when you are hungry, you want to survive. You can do anything to survive, including selling your birthright. That is it. Every living thing needs air, water, food, and shelter to survive. It's not want. There is a difference between need and want. You can want a limousine, you might want a big house. You know, these are wants. There's a great difference between want and need. Need is necessity, without which you might not survive. That is need. Want is extra. That extra thing, you know, that extra lifestyle you want to live, that's it. But I'm talking about need. Every living thing needs water, food and shelter to survive. Without any of this, you cannot survive. That is a need. You cannot survive without air. You cannot survive without water. You cannot survive without food. And you cannot survive without shelter. Do you understand? These are the basic needs for survival. And the Creator provided or provides these to living things. Human being, the evolutions and advancements made, or the evolutions and advancements made humans to be organized into governments which should be responsible for the well-being of the people. The well-being that is providing the needs, the basic needs of the people. This is the reason why governments are formed. When you study the early man, according to the theory of evolution, early man, Homo erectus, the hunter-gatherers, people were surviving that time in nature. Human beings were surviving in nature. There is water, they move around. Anywhere they see water, they scavenge, they drink. Just like animals, today you are seeing wild animals. If you watch this documentary about wild animals, something like the buffalo, they follow patterns in their migration according to the availability of grasses, water. That is how they follow. That was the same way human beings were moving. When there is, for example, no water in one area, they will move to another place, looking for water and food, fruits, which they can, fruits and food, anything food provided by nature. Until the brain of humans started maturing. They started forming themselves, knowing that they can think and form. Government started appearing. As you understand, that is about evolution of human being. Remember, I'm talking about weaponizing poverty as political tool. Now, in this time around, in this modern world, human being has developed into maturity, forming governments that should be taking care of the people, because that is how it should be. Because without government, all you will have is anarchy. When you read the Bible, for example, we see how people were before there was theocracy. They looked upon God as their ruler through the Igwe, the conduit. You understand? We call Igwe today. Now they go and speak to God. Now God will tell them what to do. And they will tell the people. That is a form of government. It's theocracy. But a time came, even in the land of Israel, that the people rebelled. The people started asking for king. just like other neighboring countries, other neighboring nations around them have. And yes, according to the story, the history, even the man of God, the prophet of God that time was annoyed. But God said, look, because they are human beings, they need to grow. Humans need to grow. You need to advance. It is in the plan of God for people, for human beings to advance. Not to be stagnant, calling God all the time. God, come and do this for me. God, come and do this. No. We saw it, when people read Bible, they don't even understand. They just read it, cram it for reading sake. Try to catch out things you need to learn. In the book of Samuel, when the people rejected, they said, we need a king, a physical king. No more God. And Samuel, who was the king? Who was the prophet? Just like Igwekala, the conduit between humans, the people, and the unseen. That is God. That is why, in Igbo land, Igwe. People think that it is Eze. No. Igwe, it is Igwe. What it means is the conduit between, is supposed to act like a prophet, staying in the midst of the people and God. That is Igwe. But everything now has been scattered anyway. So let me go back to what I was saying. Human beings supposed to advance. It is in the plan of God, the Creator. You don't need to be disturbing God all the time. That is why when you look at a place like Nigeria, where religion, people are fanatical in religion, it is laughable. Because God is even, you shouldn't be disturbing God. Because human beings have matured to take care of themselves and their environment. That is how it is created. It is created. You should dominate your environment. That is the command. When you don't want to dominate your environment, you start, every time you come back, crying to God, God, give me this, give me that. God will not answer all those prayers, honestly. Here we try to tell it to you as it is. You might not be comfortable, but that is the reality. Remember, I'm talking about weaponizing poverty as a political tool. I'm coming. As I was saying, evolutions and advancements made by humans make everybody. He made human beings to be organized. His evolution and advancements made humans to be organized into governments. And that government, the function of the government is, it should be responsible for the well-being of the people. In this modern world, security is a precondition for development because it is a matter of survival. Security is a precondition for development because it is a matter of survival. Because when there is no security, you cannot survive in order to even advance or to develop. You should be alive first in order to do something. But when you are not alive, your generation, you are extinguished. So you don't talk about development or advancement for a dead person. Do you understand? That is why the role of the government is to provide security. That is the primary role of every government. Because governments are formed in order to take care of the basic needs of the people. When governments are formed, it is for the advantage of the people. Governments are formed in order to take, just like answered prayer. That thing that the people, you are asking God to do this and that, God do it for me. Now you can ask your government, go to your government, and government will provide it for you. That is the reason why when the Israelis, when they ask Ndibo, they ask for a king. Now God tell Samuel, according to the Bible history, he grants them their wish, but tell them the repercussion of having a king. That time, it's a monarchy. That the king will take part of their lands, he will turn many of their people. That is forming a government. So that when their king, the king is empowered, they will no more be disturbing God. God, do for your this. Now that king now will be able to organize and be providing things that God, they were asking God before to provide. I don't know whether you understand me. That is why God said, God told them, warned them, the king can marry as many of your daughters, because as a monarch, he has to be comfortable. So it's warning them. Now, when all these things, if you are not worried, now after, the king will be settling your cases. The king will be providing, organizing people into providing things for yourselves, so that you don't disturb me any longer. That was then, thousands of years back. Today, we as humans need security, health care, electricity, potable water, and other basic infrastructures for our survival, because all life forms have survival as their topmost essential purpose. All life, every living thing, fights for survival, fights to remain alive. That is the first thing, the topmost essential purpose. But now, the issue in Nigeria, in Africa in general, but in Nigeria in particular, they are the government that's supposed to be providing the basic needs of the people, that's supposed to be responsible. What they are doing now, the government is weaponizing poverty as a political tool, so that during the election time, as we see in Anambra State, they will be buying people to vote for them, to continue, enter there, and, we said deplorable, honestly. They weaponize poverty for cases like this, as Anambra election, where they buy votes. Okay. Can you tell me that people that are okay financially, that PDP or APC or any APGA or this and that, all those rubbish, that they will come and offer you 3,000 or 10,000 naira for you to vote? Is it possible? Are you going to listen to that person as somebody that is financially okay, financially sound? Are you going to listen to that person? No, they know that. That is why they are weaponizing poverty. Nigeria is the poverty capital of the whole world. The poor people in Nigeria, a population of 200 and something million, they contain more poor people than China and India combined. Doesn't it ring an alarm in your head? China has a population of 1 billion 400 and something million. India has a population of 1 billion 300 and something million. Nigeria has a population of 200 and something million only. Now, but the poor people in Nigeria are more than those in China and India, according to world index, world record. Don't you ask yourself, there is something terribly wrong? In Nigeria, they are weaponizing poverty as a political tool so that you remain on the ground asking for penny, begging, asking for Babayala. As the Fulanese, they turn the Hausas. The Hausares become beggars. They become tools in their hands till today. Do you understand? That is how they want to turn everybody. Every race, every indigenous population. They are doing it using their stooges as politicians. It becomes the modus operandi. It becomes the status quo. That is why you are seeing people, they are giving people money in order to buy votes, which is a crime in itself. Vote buying, even under Nigerian law, is a crime. But who will hold them responsible? The worst thing in Nigeria is people are even irresponsible. They feel helpless, but they don't know that revolutions, fighting this, will start from the masses. Do you understand? When the masses rise up, like in the medieval period, they call them peasants. In medieval Europe, I want to take you back to some history of medieval popular revolts in medieval Europe. It was started by peasants, people you call common people. That time when they call peasant, there is common man, poor people. That time they only live on agriculture, what they can produce, and they are like servants, or they call them serfs, S-E-R-F-S, to their lords, because it was a feudal system. Do you understand? Popular revolts in late medieval Europe were uprisings and rebellions by typically peasants in the countryside against nobles. Nobles. That is the elite. The elites, those that are connected to the kings and queens, the nobles. The abbots, A-B-B-O-T-S. Abbots are, these people, religious people, that has an ecclesiastical title given to them. Do you understand? Most reverend, archbishop, this and that. These are abbots. They also contributed in the subjugation of the peasants as of that time. Do you understand me? Now, and kings. During the upheavals of the 14th century through early 16th century. Do you understand? These are known as peasant revolts. It's a popular uprising that changed the contours of Europe we are seeing today. Are you hearing me? For people that feel that they cannot do nothing, now you take poverty. Let me tell you, as a human being, any person can do anything. What do I mean? Any person can succeed financially, economically. It depends on the exposition of the person, the environment. What am I trying to tell you now? Listen. I said this the other day. Do you sometimes think you will see somebody in the village, somebody that they feel that, oh, this person, their trademark is poverty. This person, their family, they don't make it. This person, he is known as a non-entity. He is being written as a, that this person is no more, he cannot make anything, is no more. All of a sudden, by one way or the other, he travels and sees himself in a Western world, the story changes. He starts walking. That person that people believe that he can't do anything, he is good for nothing, all of a sudden, he enters in an advanced environment where government works for the people, where things are provided for the people in order to prosper. Because that is the work of the job of the government. To provide the basic amenities, provide policies, to make policies that will make you now to survive and progress as an individual. All of a sudden, that person that was in the village and a corner all the time, and this and that, he now travels to Spain. Before you know, he starts walking. His life changed. And now he will change the life of the family. Now, don't you reason, have you ever reasoned about it and say, but why is it like this? Does it mean that the place they are traveling is not controlled by human being? What is the problem? Why is he a bad person here? Why didn't he succeed here, but outside he succeeds? Why? Don't you ask yourself this type of question? Because these are something that you can refer as mundane. They are mundane things that maybe you don't even have time to consider. But it is a huge thing. There lies the problem and solution. When you start reasoning in all these type of things, now your eyes will start being opened. Remember, here we preach enlightenment. We want people's eyes to be opened for us to understand our problem and go to solution. That is it. Because the worst part of it is that many people don't understand the problem that we are in. People think that it is a spiritual problem. No. You see that person that wants to travel to a civilized world. Now he starts shining. Economically, he becomes okay. Why? Because he enters in a place where government functions, where things are arranged. Because where things are arranged, you will see things are organized. Because the most important thing is organization. That is the function of government. You organize through law and order, through the law. It's not appealing to people's conscience as you do in Nigeria. We call on the politicians, we appeal to your conscience in order to remember the poor people. Are you not human beings? No, you don't do that. You can never make changes through appealing to people's conscience. You make positive changes by application of law. That is the reality. That is why sometimes if I think about Nigeria, I become afraid. Because their things are done, people are doing things with impunity. There is no application of law. That is why there is no security. Because people are above the law. Which means that, practically the government is not functioning. There is no government function. It's not functioning. What they know about government is about this electioneering. So that they will go and start looting, stealing. Let me come back to what I was saying. In the medieval period, you have the peasants in Europe, according to recorded history. You have the peasants, people that are working hard, but they earn less because they were subjugated. They were subjected to harsh laws and taxes. They are being owned, or they were being owned by their lords, because it was a feudal system. There were feudal systems in Europe where landlord and squatters relationship. When you build your house, You see somebody squatting in your house, squatting. Maybe near the gate, the Ulonyenche, the gateman house. You allow somebody, a squatter, to come. He will be begging you all the time, help me now, so that just shelter. You give him there. He's a squatter. He doesn't have any right in your house. You can wake up in the midnight as the landlord and say, get out of my house, because he's a squatter. He has no single right. That is a feudal system in medieval Europe. Now, the people, the population that we are suffering this, they were the people that rose up one time or other from the 14th century. They said no. They rose up in many countries of Europe, many European countries, in France, even in England, in Essex and Kent of England that time. Peasants, notable ones, peasants rose up. They call it the Peasants' Revolt. It started in Essex, I think East London, on 30th May, 1381. Do you understand? It is not, when you see people, it is the population that are suffering that you rise up against their suffering. It is not the oppressor that will rise up for you. That is where people get it wrong in Nigeria. Because they believe that, have the politicians, they are the people we are watching, let them rise up, let them come up and for us. No. Because Nigeria is more or less a feudal system. Forget about what is in the paper. It's a feudal system whereby, the lords, these people you call politicians, they act as lords, as against the population. They do things with impunity. They can order your killing. They can order your subjugation. They can order your disappearance. That is a feudal system for you. Forget about the sugar coating or the whitewash. They will call it a democracy. No. It is the Fulani system, the feudal system that is being practiced in Nigeria. Do you understand? That is the reality. That is why they weaponize poverty. They are able to weaponize poverty. They loot. You hear of billions and no reaction. No person is held accountable. After this one, another person will enter and loot. What do you think when they are giving people money to go and vote for them? What do you think? What is your mind? They are just like businessmen, traders. You buy something to sell in order to make gain, to make benefits. Doing this. You are also one of the causes of the bad roads. Do you understand me? Because when you collect money to vote, you are one of the problems. When tomorrow you see what do you want them to build for you, to do for you? It's in that money they give to you. When you are sick and no health care, no good hospital, you have collected the money for the good hospital. You have collected the money for good road. Now why will you be shouting? You keep quiet, you collect 400 naira and eat it for 4 years. And that is blood money. Do you understand? These people, they weaponize poverty as a political tool. But let me tell you, it is your duty as those under subjugation to stop being cheap, to rise up and did what Europeans did more than 600-800 years back. Do you understand? Because they have thinking faculty. These people that we are suffering, they say we no go gree. One day they carry the weapons, bows and arrows, anywhere they see, even stone. They say no, this thing is too much. Do you understand? This thing is too much. They revolt, the peasants revolt. They revolted because they know that the system is weaponizing poverty. That if when a country like Nigeria, a place like Nigeria, they always talk, when they say it's rich, you see, they say, okay, it's rich in natural resources. It baffles me. In Nigeria, they never mention about human resources. Hardly. They don't invest, there is no investment on human resources. Rather, it is natural resources. That thing that can be depleted, that could finish. Why? Because they are weaponizing poverty. Do you understand? They are weaponizing poverty. During the revolts, the Kent and Essex revolts in England in the 14th century, they went to King Richard II. He was young that time. They burned many things. They said, no, we no go agree. This suffering, we suffer, monkey the chop, bamboo the chop, or the monkey the walk, bamboo the chop. Say we no go agree. And the man, no matter what, he deceived them by proclaiming that, they will remove that, abolish that law that started the problem, the tax, abolish the tax, and give them liberty. Because humans are born, to be free. Do you understand me? Human beings are born to be free. And the person, listen to this. During that revolt, the person that started, that radicalized them, remember, is a priest. That person was a priest, known as John Ball, B-A-L-L, John Ball. He was a radical priest. Because he was preaching that all men are born equal. All men should be free and equal for less harsh laws and a fairer distribution of wealth. He's a priest, a church, a Protestant priest. No matter that their hierarchy, the Archbishop of Canterbury is against him, but it doesn't stop him from, even he was imprisoned later. But the people, during the revolt, they went to the prison and released him. The people. It's because through his preaching that people got radicalized and say yes. He opened their eyes. So that when you talk against Christianity as an institution, I don't agree with you. Because when you look at people use the offices, look at, let me give you an example, like Father Mbaka. Do you know that Father Mbaka can use his office position as he's doing in order to institute a revolution in Nigeria? Do you know that? Because he's talking to people. If we have others like him that are talking to millions of people, instead of talking about tithe and offering, they open the eyes of people, and before you know it, people will rise up. Do you understand? So that is why when you come to religion, I have a different view. I'm not a religious person anyway. I don't know, it's up to 5 years or 4 years I never go to church. I stopped going to church anyway, but I'm spiritual. But it doesn't mean that I condemn it. No, I don't condemn. Because when you study history, you see people, clergymen, even imams, they also contributed in some revolutions. I'm telling you, it is true. It is not about the position of the person. It is not about the religion. It is about how can I say it? How enlightened the person is and the person's character. So, if you are a radical, no nonsense person, if you want to be a priest, you still become you will be preaching no nonsense. If you hate injustice, if you want to be an imam, you will be preaching justice. You will hate anywhere you see injustice, you will condemn it. It doesn't matter. If you are strong, that is how it is. Even if that institution wants to bring you down or wants to quiet you, wants to make you to stop talking, you will resist, even if to your death. It's in history. One of the revolutions, the revolts in SS and in England that time, it was started through the preaching of John Ball. Do you understand? He was a priest in the Church of England. But you have other priests also that we are also helping in weaponizing poverty against the people. Now, how will you conclude? How will you judge the whole thing? It's still the same thing, that human being is human being. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter, though all those things play important roles in your life. Yes. But normally it doesn't change the fundamental fabric of your being. Normally. Do you understand me? Mazi was a member of, I think he's going to the Protestant Church of Anglican Church of England. Does it stop him from doing what he's doing? Do you understand me? It depends on your exposition and the type of human being you are. There are people that hate injustice, just like me. I can fight for, it's in me right from beginning. For somebody being subdued or being dealt with because he is weak, I can fight. I don't care. That is the character. Nothing changes it. And that is why when you now see, if you have that kind of character, when you see a movement that is going towards that your character, you join. It magnates you. It's magnets. It's just like when you pour sand, iron sand on the ground, mix it with ordinary sand. Just hang a magnet, strong magnet on top. The whole iron ores, iron sand, we just rapture. We go up and come to the magnet. That is how it is. If you are a trickish fellow that is not truthful, you enter IPOB. It's the same thing. That is how it is true. You cannot change. It is true. Unless it was real enlightenment. Otherwise, that your character will be made. You cannot show that thing inside IPOB. IPOB family outside. It is like that. But if you're a genuine person, a genuine human being, because there are people like naturally, there are people that they hate injustice. They love truth. They are honest people. Naturally, it is not about their religion or anything. Naturally, maybe from the family, I can agree, or in the gene, in the blood. So anything they are doing, if you enter inside IPOB, you see these people genuinely doing things. Genuine. They don't care. Naturally, the same thing. people that love doing things openly so that people will praise them. It's the same thing. If they enter IPOB, it's the same thing. The same results you'll be seeing. If you have a down-to-earth eye to watch, that is the same thing you'll be seeing in their lives. So what am I saying? This priest, John Ball, he was a priest, but he didn't care about his life. Do you see it? He didn't care about his life. He preached to the people that look, the suffering. He's a priest. He's supposed to be even one of the manipulators, one of the abbots that are being respected. But he didn't choose that because it's not his life. Instead, he started, aligning himself to the poor peasants, to the masses that are being subjugated. He started preaching against subjugation. Notwithstanding that his life can go for it. It doesn't matter. He started preaching against it. That is radicalism. Positively. And people had him. They come to his church and listen. He said, everybody is born equal and should be free. All these servants, this person is your Lord. All of us come into this world the same way. Stop being deceived. And people had it. Do you understand? But he's a priest. Or he was a priest. So, are you going to condemn the church for it? Stop condemning the institution for something, the institution for the few people's character, people in it, the character of the people, because you still get good people from it. Desmond Tutu. Desmond Tutu he's a bishop. But he aligned himself with the people. Was he the only bishop that time? No. There were people that were eating and dining with the oppressors, with the apartheid government. There were people like that. Dining with them. But himself, he aligned himself with the masses because it is his character. That is his view, his belief, his ideology, his way of life. But this person I call John Ball, for you to understand how good name is better than money. That is our adage. Was he the only preacher at that time? There were priests that are bigger than him. But you would do with the kings and lords. They go together. Neko. So it's him that will come and it's all those priests that will come and do mass. Nye king go really in a golden chalice. Do you understand? But do you hear their name? Do you see it? This man, John Ball, he is immortal. If you go to museum, history remembers him. But there are thousands of priests even bigger than him that time. But today he is being remembered for his good works. Do you see why we encourage people to stay clear? Not only money, but legacy. Legacy is something that will keep you alive forever. Do you understand that? Legacy is something that will keep you alive forever. The legacy you led. This man, he preached the good preaching, which yielded fruits. And the poor masses now, they revolted. Do you know one thing? Let me tell you. When you study history, when the masses are the king makers. The masses. That is why when they were calling IPOB miscreants, I laugh. I said, these people, they are confirming what is there already. Because without miscreants, you cannot succeed. Without miscreants, we can never succeed. Without miscreants and all this nothing, anything, we cannot succeed. Study history and see. Even Muhammad, you are seeing Muhammad. When he fled Medina, when he ran away, the vile people. When the dogs, when just vile people, they followed him. And he mustered the crowd. They started fighting back. You always start with the vile people, the lowest class of people that they call the lowest. Also in the Bible, go and read the book of Second Samuel, is it? The story of David, King David. Let me not quote wrong, or kings. When David was having problem with Saul, when he ran away from the presence of Saul, and Saul wanted to kill him, what did he do? Go and read. David went, I don't know, is it Sikkim or Gilad? I don't know which part of outside. He ran away from Israel. And the vile men followed him. The same miscreants followed him, and he gathered them. You understand? He started doing gun for hire. Anywhere, even the Philistines, he followed Philistines to fight. And in order to get bread, they hire him and say, oh boy, you are useless men. Go and defend all these cattle rustlers. He will go. They will negotiate price. He will go and do and come back to get bread because he was in the wilderness. People, vile men, miscreants started following him. You know. But these are the bedrock of every society. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. What of Ottoman Danfodio? When King Yunfa pursued him, the Hausa vile men, miscreants followed him. They were the people that even conquered the Hausas for him. Just look, study history and you see the events of things. It's always like that. These revolutions, it was started in Europe, started by people you can call the lowest cadre, the lowest caste, the vile men, the miscreants, the villains. Any word you can describe them with, but they are the bedrock of changes. That is why you don't see yourself as powerless. You cannot do nothing. The only ingredient that is lacking is organization, and that is what IPOB is providing. Do you understand me? Organization, a structure. That is it. Once you have somebody that is brave enough in order to stand, now others we join him. That is it. Revolutions in Europe were done by the miscreants, because these are the people that are suffering. They are the people at the receiving end. They are the people that should rise up and say no, because we are all human beings. The same thing is applicable today in our land. These people that are paying you, giving you for 400 with one can of Coke, as they are giving you, which means they have it in quantum. They are above it. They are seeing you as, instruments. I don't know. They are seeing you as instruments of achieving their aim. And you are confirming it by accepting. Now, let me go and take so that I will cook what me and my children will eat. You will cook it for 1 day, 2 days, and the food will finish. You start being hungry, start hustling for another. And that cycle will continue. In Ajuko, when will this cycle stop? The key is in your hand to stop it. It's in your hand. You understand? Well, before they didn't dash you this morning, were you not surviving? Why will it be that your life depends on, as they are giving you 10,000 naira now, your life depends on it? You can be hungry but dignified. You understand? Because they are weaponizing poverty as a political tool. According to Adolf Hitler, he said that the way to treat the people is just like you take a chicken, a live chicken, you remove all the feathers. You remove all the feathers, the pluming. You remove it. And you know, because the feather acts like as cover, as shade to the chicken. When you remove it, it becomes helpless. You allow it to stand. He will not recognize, or he will be annoyed. Let's say it, that you did this thing to eat. But the moment you have some piece of grain or pieces of grain in your hand, start throwing it to the chicken. Now that chicken will now believe that you are his savior. He will immediately forget that you are his problem, the devil. But because you are giving him grains, he's eating, swallowing for that time. Oh, he will take you as his God. That is the way the politicians are doing in our land. They will starve everybody, weaponize poverty, tighten everything, loot the whole money. Now, during the election time, they will come. Oh, you start dancing for them. Oh, they will come and touch you, give you 1,000. Say, are you frying akara, mama? You say, now wow. You come to my place today, they will dash you 1,000. And you see them as redeemers, as saviors. Whereas they are the demon, the devil that is causing your poverty. Do you see it? When you are singing for them during election time or campaign, you are singing. They themselves, they know, they understand that they are taking you as objects in their hands, because you don't know, you are ignorant that they are the people orchestrating your suffering. Do you understand? When somebody is, I watch. One time I saw, I think, unknown government shoot somebody, and the video, he said, this person is still alive. Oh, I think he's still alive. Oh, but no person to touch him, no ambulance, nothing. I look at it. You will see accident will happen. In Nigeria, no ambulance to come and pick people, rush them to hospital. Many people think that ambulance is to carry dead body only. Because they have conditioned you to remain like that. You are a tool, a political tool in their hand. Only time they come to you is after 4 years. When there is campaign, now they remember you. These their objects, they go back. Go back and use the objects. After using them, they showcase to the world that, we are democratic. Look at as their foreign megaphone will always be BBC. It will show the videos of people. They are democracy. They laugh. Now, once they have used you in your own to do the dirty work, your own job is finished. You go back to your suffering. You go back to your crying and wailing. The smart thing they did is they push you, they push you to the clergy, to traditional worshippers, to religion, in short. Whether traditional anyhow or Islam anyhow, or religion in general. They will push you in religion. That is why religion is a very big business in Nigeria. It's a multi-billion-dollar business in Nigeria. Because they work hand in hand. Remember, in history is the same thing. The medieval Europe is the same thing. The kings, the feudal lords, they work hand in hand with the clergy, the hierarchy of the church, the church hierarchy. It's only from time to time you get a radical, a preacher, a priest that is radical. Yes. But overall, they work with the hierarchy of the church in order to continue using the people. That is the same thing that is happening today in Abai. Government, they have used people in Anambra. The thugs they use them. After election now, everything is okay. Now they push you back. Go and pray for God to give you electricity. Because you cannot ask for electricity to a government, people that are giving you, dashing you 1,000 and you accept to buy votes. How will you go and ask for electricity? That is the way it is. Now they push you to religion. Now those religious masters, they will now tell you, they will give you the final volume 10. That no, you have to pray for your miracle. Your miracle will come one day. Do not count on Nigerian government. Do not count on your senator. Do not count on anybody, but count on God. Oh, Chukubinigwe. You see people now, Marika. You watch people. You see God. Many things that are holding our people. I'm telling you. Sometimes I say, "Oh, from where?" Unless we have also radical religious preachers like John Ball, that you come to the church, he will preach to you. It doesn't matter. He will open your eyes and tell you to hold the government responsible for your misfortune. Today, I don't know. There are few, very few. I don't know whether they are existing even. If they are existing, they are very few. That we tell the people, preach to them as what John Bob radicalized the members. He was imprisoned by the Archbishop of Canterbury himself. Say, this man, recall him, bring him. What is he preaching? He's opening people's eyes. People that we are, your oppressor is always comfortable when oppressing you. Your cry makes him happy. You understand? When you travel, you see people on the road that are because of bad road, there is accident. That you are crying. Oh, look at this person. Oh, his hand break. Oh, no, look at the government. No hospital. Oh, no ambulance to come. Oh, we have called. Even police didn't come. Oh, nothing. When the politicians, Nigerian politicians, are watching all those videos, they are laughing. They are insulting you even. They say, why do you collect money when you are voting? The money I give you, think I will not recover it? Go and they will insult you in short. Do you remember when is it Amechi? Chibika Amechi? When he was caught in his private discussion with his head, that he was that Buhari used to laugh. The real Buhari, when he used to laugh when he watches social media. He say one day, watch and see one trader in Onitsha shouting, this government no go better for you. Buhari, they insult Buhari. He said Buhari, they were inside plane, I don't know, going to somewhere. The man, they were showing Buhari. Buhari was they not the dead one. He was laughing. He said, waiting concern me, concern Onitsha trader. Do you see how they see it? Do you see it? But they don't know that there is a link, direct link between him and the Onitsha casino traders, everybody. But because they see you as tools in their hands, political tools. So all those your cries, it makes them happy. When there is fire burning in a house, in a market, people will start shouting. That your lamentation makes the politicians happy. Don't you understand it? In their privacies, when they are watching the video, they are happy. They say, look at Ndiara. Election, I know going on. With the fire service, I beg, I have to make gain. They will now with them become nata. But you are dying. Tomorrow, when there is election, when there is campaign, they'll come and pay you and you collect money. Do you understand? Because you have no dignity. Today, I'm telling you that they are weaponizing poverty as a political tool. That is why they want you to buy. They are buying you. They are buying you. Esau. Esau sold his birthright because of hunger. He didn't know. He didn't, he was irrational. He said, if I die now, that battery, what does it mean? He cannot even go out and try to find something to eat by himself or to endure hunger and prepare because there are food. He need it now. That is the same thing. Now, without knowing that, look, there is a very big blessing in that birthright. The same way you need the money now, if I didn't get this money, let me go and take now. They say they are giving 6,000, 10,000 to vote. What is let me go and take a beg. Because I need to eat. I need to buy something for me and my children. Is that money that you ate yesterday? Can't you try another thing? It is high time that the people, the masses, the peasants that are suffering from this poverty, the weapon of this poverty, this political tool called poverty in Nigeria, it is high time for them to rise up in order to fight, to revolt. That is what we are preaching. Otherwise, you continue like that forever. After you finish, your generations will continue. They themselves, the political elites, they continue being on top. They are training their children in the best schools everywhere in the world. Their children will grow up to continue subduing you after they have gone, after their fathers and mothers has gone. And they continue paying you, buying your conscience. You understand? And the cycle of poverty will continue. Why don't you, have everything? The first solution to a problem is identifying the problem. Identification of the problem. You correctly identify that problem. That is the first step to getting a solution. You see people, you suffer, what is the problem? You don't know now, which means you are on it's more than we can even diagnose. Do you understand? But when you are able to identify the problem, and that identification, it comes from hearing. Because that preacher in Kent, in England, in the medieval period, people need to hear him in order to understand that they are human beings, or equal human beings with their oppressors, those in power, those feudal lords, that they are the same human being. Blood flows through them or in them like every other person. Only that the difference is because of they are being manipulated mentally. That is the only difference. So if our people should understand that, look, this thing we are doing every 4 years, they give us money to buy vote, this and that. Why can't we break this cycle? The problem, as somebody asked yesterday, say, what is the problem? Does it mean that our people are not hearing? And I said, and I continue, I will repeat, our people, what interests them is anything that we give them money or solution now to get money to eat, to get money to do, to solve their immediate problem now, just like Esau. In one's problem solved now, this hunger, let me quench it. It doesn't matter what it takes. That is the problem we are having. When you are telling them, when some of them listen to Radio Biafra and hear the preaching, they take it as this thing that will happen is not something that will solve my hunger now. It is not something that will make me rich. Now. What I want now, that is what I want. Now, they are now come make a revolution. How more the radio. You understand? He said, now you are a miracle, take your miracle right now. Amen. Amen. You will get miracle alert right now. That is it. That is where churches are filled up in Nigeria. Every day, from day to day. Because they want their immediate problem solved. Now. They don't invest on something that will take time and that will last forever. After the problem, to remove that problem and to solve it forever. They don't want it. Because they don't have patience for it. That was the reason why Che Guevara, when he came to Congo to fight, because he was a revolutionist. Therefore, he saw that, look, it is his moral obligation in order to fight in the side of Africans to expel the colonial masters, these oppressors. He came, brought everything to help Africans to fight, but what he saw made him to run away from Africa. He said, these people, they prefer their stomach. Their stomach. Nah, they're hungry. You know, like one, I will not forget that video. One person, now Fulani headsmen, they have blocked the road to Lagos. We are going to Lagos, so no road. See, so how many hours today? United Nations, look, I never chop this morning. We are hungry. I'm hungry. United Nations, come, see, I'm hungry. I say, look, our belly, stomach, something you will eat now, and you remove it, shit it out. The following 3 hours. Look for a solution, permanent solution. They say no. Because that permanent solution, there might be inconvenience attached to it. No, they prefer to live under slavery. That is why slavery lasted for, 3 or 4 centuries in transatlantic slavery. Do you understand me? It lasted. There were individual revolts of slaves, individuals, not as a group or as a people. Many people at that time, they were, beg, let us be good slaves, so otherwise they will kill you. That is why that fear, that quest for now, what you are going to eat now, that is what made transatlantic slavery to last for centuries, until the same white people have to, out of their moral, have to start abolishing slave trading. Even it was still going, they were still smuggling it from Africa. Normally, this abolition is supposed to come from Africa, even by the Africans themselves, to impose, to impose the stoppage of that slavery. But they are making money. And sometimes when I look at all these things, I see the reason why Africans are suffering. I'm telling you honestly. These are the reasons why we suffer. Because we are mischievous. Once somebody will be making money, making a living out of the misery of others, he loves it. He wants it to continue. His fellow Africans, his fellow brothers and sisters, he loves it. He wants to continue being Lord over others, over them. That is what these politicians are doing in our country. But the issue is this. The people are to blame. The best part of the blame goes to the people. I said it yesterday without mincing words, because it is the oppressed that is supposed to rise up against the oppressor. It's not vice versa. It's not vice versa. Do you understand me? When they give you money, common sense should inform our people that voting for money is a process of keeping them poorer and easily manipulable. Common sense. It should tell them. It is the duty of the oppressed to be aware of his oppression and rise up to fight the oppressor the same way the peasants revolted in 14th century England. That is the truth. If you think that one day God will touch your oppressor to stop, no. That is why our leader took the bull by the horn. We need to stop these people, the Fulani Caliphate. We need to stop them. And he took the bull by the horn. And he's still paying the price. He's there paying the price for you and I. All you have to do is to, I'm dying of hunger. Can't you be ashamed of yourself for once? People should rise up against these manipulators, against these oppressors. It is there in history, studying history. It is the common people, the peasants that used to rise up and revolt against oppression. And no matter the bloodshed, after the justice must prevail. That is the beauty of all this. Justice normally prevails. Do you understand? You cannot change, things the way the world is. You think that your oppressor will one day and start fighting against himself and say, no, we should no more oppress these people. We should no more buy vote. We should no more pay. Look at how they are. Look at, it's buying votes. Anything is in Nigeria, you see political thuggery. They will catch somebody, maybe somebody will murder, kill. They will say he's a thug, he killed for politics, and that's it. He will come out. Nothing will happen to him. It is only in Nigeria. Which means the feudal system, the lords, any crime they commit, it doesn't matter. That is feudal system. All these things they sugarcoat and say it's democracy, that is rubbish. Do you understand? That is rubbish. You see a thug, they kill, during election time, they kill. They don't even refer it as a crime. It's a political thuggery, and that's it. The way they will speak it in news, it has a political thuggery undertone, and finish. Tomorrow you see the same person. Because the elites, they are at his back. They will be using him. It is high time for you and I to rise up. At the receiving end, rise up. Stop selling your future. Stop selling the future of your children for peanuts. And you read Bible, you condemn Esau. You don't know you are doing worse than this. Every blessed quadro year or 4 years, we are helping you to identify your problem. That is to open your eyes. That is what the priest John Ball did to the peasants that we are suffering. That we are suffering in the hands of the nobles, the abbots, the kings and the queens. His job was to open the people's eyes, and that is the greatest legacy. That is what you are doing here, so that you understand your problems, so that you know that the solution to your problems is in your hands, not in the hands of any other person, but in your own hands. Only if you can recognize it and organize and take up the challenge and go through the inconvenience, now you solve the problem once and for all. Do you understand? All these things, revolutions that happened in Europe, mostly it was started by the poor masses. You understand? The European revolutions, they were started mostly by the poor masses, by the peasants. They call them the peasants, the miscreants. Do you understand? There was a speech made by somebody, which he said he saw he met one man. Is he a doctor? The doctor was shocked. He said the people in the leadership of this struggle, how do they think? Oh, they are not qualified. And the woman told him, our leader have to work with the people he saw. Had it been you joined at the onset, you would have been, or you have been there and give out your talent. He said, yes. I laughed that day, tire. I said, the people, he said they don't know anything. But we drove this IPOB to the extent that you start talking about it to join. Do you see where they don't know anything? That's why you see all these so-called intellectuals. Before God and man, if you meet them 101, you disgrace them. The way they reason. You are saying that, oh, this thing is going like this. Why is it? Okay, I know more. I know. They are telling you, okay, when you enter now, you can give your. If the people don't know what they are doing, IPOB wouldn't have lasted this. It wouldn't have lasted. You know, that's one thing with our people. You think that it's intellectualism. You think that it is maybe engineering. Maybe you are a doctor or you are an accountant. You have to do it the normal, usual way. No. Sometimes freedom fighting is not a gentleman business. Sometimes that thing you think is irrelevant or irresponsibility of the people, they don't know nothing. Lack of knowledge, that is the knowledge. Don't you understand that? You know, the instigation or foundation of institutions that last, it starts with miscreants, using miscreants. Even Christ did it. Christ was the apostles of Christ, fishermen, ordinary people. They have the tax collectors, they have the people. I mean, the Pharisees, the big elites that time. But he sidelined them because he know that once he start calling all those people that know, they will start imposing on him that nah, I will take your Christ now. Go on yesterday. Go on yesterday. We have been in governance for. Do you know? I worked with Julius Caesar. I worked with Gaius. Now you want to come and tell me? I beg, wait, not be like that. That is the thing. That is why God used to use something that you think is nothing. They use it to make people that are too know, make them shame. Somebody with a so-called intellectual will be yapping. The people in this rock, why are they doing like this? Why they don't see? Why they don't know? But it is them that handle it today, and that is why you are talking about it. You want to even join? Does it make any sense? What I'm saying, I don't know whether it makes sense. It makes a sense. Because when they not choker, and they made the normal way. Hey, I'm a banker. I've been in banking business for donkey years. So take me like this, or what take me? No, don't come and tell us. We do it our own original way. That is why IPOB is progressing. Do you understand? That is why we are where we are today. Because miscreants are handling it. If you come with your tie, with the normal way, you will not last a few months. Everything will be infiltrated because you are going it the way sometimes I listen to people, I laugh. I say, look, some people that think that they know something, they don't know nothing. I'm telling you. You bring them one question only, they will be fighting with that question, and you get out. That's it. So what am I trying to say? It is high time the population suffering, our people, learn how to resist this their money, evil blood money. Learn how to resist. If they come to use you, say no. If you say no, another person say no, another person say no. That their evil money will remain in their hand. No more. They will understand that your eyes are now open. You know what? You will see. They will be, they will be gathering their properties to leave, to run away, because they don't know what is in your mind. You rejected their money. They come to a village. You bring Indomie, you say no, carry your Indomie, run away. The youth of that village will pursue them. They will be panicking. They will come, they bring money. You say, we don't need this, your evil money. Get away with this, your evil money. Before God and man, you see, even some of them will collapse, die of a heart attack. Because they will say that, these people, their eyes are now opened. If you understand, stop helping your own killing. Stop helping by collecting blood money. That is what is called blood money. It is not a miracle. It is called blood money. Do you understand? When fire burns markets and houses without no fire service, you will be throwing a pure water inside the fire. a whole building, whole market. You will be throwing pure water to quench it. That is the money you collected. You contributed to that thing that is happening. When people are being killed in accident, you are contributing because of the bad road, because you sold your soul. Do you understand? You sold your soul. Did Esau receive back his birthright blessing? He didn't. He lost it. He lost it. Today we are sons of Jacob. We are happy. All of us, we are calling God of Jacob. It is the right of Esau that Jacob took, because Esau was stupid. That is why today we are calling the God of Jacob. It would have been, oh, the God of Esau, the God of Esau. No, but today we are calling God of Jacob. Do you understand that? Do you want at the time you think about all these things? Just because somebody sold his birthright because of his bele, have you thought about it? That is why today, something that happens thousands of years back. You see that person that supplanted Onyajira or Nanangozi, Esau, because Esau was stupid. He was looking at what he's going to eat. But today, two of them are no more. But we are calling the God of Jacob, not the God of Esau. Israel, Jacob is still existing as a country. Esau, no. Do you see? Do you see? You choose. Sometimes you have to choose what you are going to eat now, and shit it out with the inconvenience. No, don't take that. Don't eat that. Don't worry, endure hunger. And now your legacy lives forever. Sometimes you have to make choice. Do you understand me? There lies the problem. Because as I was saying, when some people will be listening to Radio Biafra, they will be hearing us preach things like this. They will say, man, your people are talking. We need action. No. Action is sharing your money. Is that so? Sharing your money so that you can shit it out. We are not there to do it. What we are here to do is to preach that hard thing, that hard truth that you don't want to hear, so that you will change, so that your generations coming we live good lives. That is what we do. If we are looking for what we are going to eat, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here preaching. I'll be there enjoying my life. I don't care. I wouldn't be here worrying myself. No? Do you understand? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be there going on inconvenience. He would have collected. He want to eat now. He want to be Lord. He want to be one of them. He would have done it. If it is you, imagine that you are in his shoes. So the little you can do is to reject being bought over. The little you can do is to rise up. When people are rise up, organize people anyhow. Whenever you see people coming to buy you, people that come in the midnight in order to come to the village, in order to walk, because I used to know about this during the time when we are little. They will come, they always go in the night. They come to our house in the night. After my father will tell us, community, but I'm not part of them. Be careful of them, be righteous. That is the word. Right from tender age. You people know. They always come in the night. Why will you be selling your dignity? Because of peanuts. And after you condemn Esau, you condemn Esau, you call God of Jacob. Do you understand? Is it not stupidity? Is it not ignorance? It is high time. Let us rise up. Reject this devil gift. These demonic gifts. Because you have been doing this all the time. Every time they buy you, they come, they give you 1,000. Look at how undignified it is. In the video, somebody sharing 400 naira, less than $1, and a can of Coke, just for you. And the whole people cannot say, no, get out. We don't need this your money. The same way Esau sold out his birthright. Tomorrow you'll be shouted. Tomorrow you will die of preventable disease. How many people dies of preventable disease in our land every day? How many? Have you talked about it? How many people die of childbirth? How many women dies during childbirth because of one little sickness that they cannot afford to pay? What we are preaching here is the solution. We are trying for you to identify your problem so that we provide the solution. The solution, general solution, not how do you call it? Temporal solution. No, permanent one we are profiling. Because Nigeria is meant to be the way it is, a consumer country. That big place. Oh, giant of Africa because of numbers. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine? People revolted in Europe when Europe was a quagmire. When lords, they enjoy having that big kingdom. But revolutions made people to form nation states. People with the same value. Now they say, no, we have to opt out for our own country because we have same value system. We don't have the same value with another person. That person you think that people, no, we don't need them. These are what structured Europe. Do you understand? In our own case, they impose everything, and the imposition we accept. That is the worst part of it. I have said this, and I will continue saying this. This world is a world of exploitation. Yeah, there is no two ways about it. If you can exploit, I mean as a people, not as individual. If individuals, they use law. Without law, we would have been human beings would have been eating fellow human beings raw, cannibals, as it was before. But they use law in order to, stop all these things. They bridle. When you do something against another fellow human being, now the law is against you. You have to suffer for it, pay for it. But what I'm saying, exploitation of a people, it is allowed. After all, as the indigenous people that are living in this world today, the population of indigenous population in the world today is between 400 to 500 million only. Have you taken your time to ask why? Because indigenous populations were exploited. When they exploit you here, you go another place, you exploit others. Do you understand what I mean? The Fulani, some in history say, they are Arabs, black Arabs. They were pursued out of and sent out. They underwent even pogroms and genocide. So they have to run down. And now they come and start exploiting those that they could. That is it. It's the world. Anywhere you can, you exploit. As far as you can exploit and with impunity, that is all be ready to face the music. That is the rule of the world. Out of the 400-500 million indigenous population, accounting to 0.5% or less of the world population, 15% of the world poverty, they account to 15% of the world poor people. You understand? Indigenous population. So they are exploited everywhere. Everywhere. Our own way, we are doing what? We are resisting it. We are resisting it. You understand? And that is what we should do. Stop making these people see you as tools. Stop making them look at you as objects in their hands. They weaponize you, they weaponize their poverty, and they use it as political tool. In you, you will have to rise up to hold them responsible. In a revolution, normally a revolution is a fundamental and relatively sudden change in political power and political organization, which occurs when the population revolts against the government. The population, who are the population? Typically due to perceived oppression, political, social, economic. I listened in the morning when Wachineke was on air, when somebody that said that his sister that was, elevated, whether it's a nurse, from level 10 to 13, and clapping, he was happy, but it's only on paper. The elevation, it didn't show in money, in the payment. They are still paying her in what they were paying her. Do you know that in our land today, even in Imu, in Abia, in our land today, the so-called government worker, teachers, and all the rest of them. I say my sister is a teacher. She said they have lost count of what months they even stop paying them. They don't, because from time to time they will bring them money. They will pay them. They will not even write the months. In Abia State, they will not write the month again. So they will say, "Oh, we are happy even to get." You want to ask? You are not happy that you even get the salary, and the salary is not complete. They have the federal government on, and in the state they will cut it. They will cut it. No complaint. People are dying in silence. Silence is evil. It's evil in our land. It is high time people should rise up to revolt, because this silence is killing us. That is how our people were silent in America and suffered for more than 3 centuries, 300 to 400 years, as wild animals, slaves. Because you want to keep don't make noise, be happy, thank God self that you are being paid. Do you see it? And evil continues. These politicians, now they look at you, they see you as objects. They don't see you as human beings. That is why they don't pay you your dues. You work hard every month, you don't receive salary. Now you take out your annoyance to other people like you. Your annoyance, you start, taxing even people, students or pupils, in one way or the other, in order to exploit them, instead of you rising up in unison in order to confront the oppressor. Do you see the problem we are having? It's just like the policemen in Nigeria. They say they are not being paid. They look at where we are living. We are living in a quagmire. Now they take that annoyance. Who are they vomiting that annoyance to? A poor keke driver. If we not stay here now, how can we eat? And you ask them, why don't you turn that your gun to your bosses? Why don't you organize yourself and go and rampage on those that are holding you? Those that are, the black people, the way they reason is fundamentally flawed. Instead of rising up against the people that are their oppressors, now they even summon the courage and say, okay, they're oppressing us, let us oppress all these ones. Our fellow sufferers, they continue oppressing their fellow sufferers. People that are driving Okada, you must pay. Otherwise, they kill you and nothing. And do you see the irony in black race? Instead of them to rise up and say, no, these people that are holding our pay, that are making us to live in dilapidated houses without toilets, let us go for them. You plan, you have guns. You plan, if you die, you die. You die for a good cause. Do you understand? The military, the police. Instead, they will be killing the people that are suffering even more than them. Don't you see that black people are evil? They don't merit no pity from God even. Because they think in a fundamentally flawed way. That is the reality. Do you understand? Therefore, when you are suffering and you think that it is you deem it fit in order to collect money to sell your birthright, you are playing to the gallery. You are you are confirming the fact that the politicians they refer to you as objects in their hands. You are not humans, you are objects. That is the way they see you. It is high time that the population stand up and resist this weaponization of poverty as a political tool. The poverty we have in our land, it is not natural, it is artificially made. Economic strangulation, so that you cannot rise up to before you will never finish solving your problems before you die, and your children will continue like that. That is what they want, and they will be on top, stealing the whole money, telling you, referring you to why not go church and pray, that your problem is there. No, the problems we have in our land is artificial. It's the government. Government should be your second god. Don't you know that? Because government should be organized. You know what is social welfare? When you lose your job, when you are looking for a job, you don't have a job, but you'll be receiving salary from the government. Money, people that are paying, people paying taxes, they are paying. All those things are organized. People don't take it. Politicians don't pocket it, as police officer did and run away with people's salaries. That is a jungle where hyena eats hyena, lion eats lion. It's a jungle. Tomorrow he will stay there and buy property, and the people that they did the business, because there are hierarchy that are into they tell him, just he's at the forefront, they tell him, oh boy, just go, don't worry, we'll cover you, no problem. He will go and stay. After a few years, nobody talks about it again. That is a jungle, and people are suffering. The people, they eat their money. The people that they duped, the police people that they duped, they will turn instead of turning their anger to the superiors, the people that did this, they will turn their anger to the population that is even suffering like them. Do you see it? Do you see why they are foolish? During the SARS protest, instead of the police, the military to join, because they are part of the population also, they are part of the suffering. They were using their gun, killing the people that are fighting for them. Do you see how foolish they are? During the Arab Spring, which started in Tunisia, 2011, the then president, I think, he ordered the military to shoot people at sight, but they refused. They said no. The same thing in Egypt. They said no, we cannot shoot people because of you. We are here to protect the country, not to protect you as an individual president. You are an individual. That is civilization. That is mature mind. These are people that understand. Not in Nigeria. You see, whenever you see politicians, you see people. Whenever you see all these politicians, Senator B, you see all these Korofo, all these police and military, trotting their gun, moving like I look at them as animals, honestly. Instead of turning their gun to that person they are protecting evil. Do you understand? That is why I say we have a problem. We need to continue hammering on our brain, our mentality, because we have problem mentally. We have our way of reasoning is fundamentally flawed, is not right. That is why here we preach enlightenment, so that people will start understanding things. That is how Europe changed from savagery to a highly developed and advanced country today. Can you do it yourself? Why can't you do it? Are you not a human being? Respect is earned. You understand? Why will a country, every time Nigeria is borrowing, living on aid, borrowing, with 200 and something million people, that they're supposed to invest on their brain, but no, they will not do it because the Fulani, right from time the Fulani wants to keep the population to be tools in their hands. I mean the rulers, the Fulani ruling class. That is why they begged the British when they had contact with Britain. They begged British to leave their population for them, rather let them be ruling through indirect rule. They will do everything for them, bow down for them, but anything they want their people to do, let them communicate to them, so that their people will not open eye. This is the same thing they want to unify it to every Nigerian, to the whole of indigenous people, the whole Nigeria. That is the part of the Fulanization. Don't you know that? Is it not what is happening? Where you can buy, they can give you money, 3,000, 1,400 naira for you to vote. Is it not the same thing like Almajiri lining up in Alhaji's place in the morning for him to give them food? Any person he tell them to vote for, give me your voters, they will give him. It's the same thing they are doing in our land. After you people say no, we cannot be Fulanized. They are already Fulanizing us because they are making us act like them. The way they put the Hausa peasants at their mercy. Almajiris, they line up. During election time, they have to line millions of Almajiris. Oh yeah. The Alhaji giving them food. He who feeds you controls you. He will tell you, this person is, don't vote for infidel. This is the person we are going to. All of them say, okay. He will give them one spoon of rice. And that's it. Is it not the same thing that is happening in Anambra election of yesterday and today? Is it not the same thing? Are they not paying you? Are they not? It's the same thing with Almajiri. It's the same thing. They now buy your conscience, pay you, or you vote for us. I give you 1,000. You say yes. It's the same thing like Almajiri lining up in Alhaji's place, and he tells them who to vote. That is the same thing. So stop. It's only in another way around, but it's the same thing. So we are telling our people to rise up. We should never allow ourselves to be Fulanized. They are trying to unify. They are trying to do everything to unify the character, the Fulanization to everybody in Nigeria. And it is happening. Reducing the quality of education is happening. Making people now, youths in our land are supposed to be productive. They are now taking drugs. Nothing doing. This is part of the agenda. Fulanization, so that you become manipulable in their hands. During election time, they hired you as thugs. During election time, they buy you with money. That is only thing. This same thing is the Fulani agenda in our land. That is it. Let us resist this evil for posterity's sake, for our generation's sake. When you hear we talk about Biafra, these are things we are talking about. This is why we need our country, so that we fashion it the way we want. So for advancement, we will not only talk about food. No. We fashion things, we make agenda for 50 years, 100 years. Nigeria has no program for even 5 years. No. Everybody is looting. Just watch out. Any person that enters office in Anambra election, this Anambra wins the vote or enters, watch his first statement, public statement. The first thing he will say, I met Anambra safe coffers to be not in there, everything is money. Every time the same thing. Even in the federal, every new government will meet the coffers empty, looted. And when he will be going, he will loot everything. Until when are we going to continue this cycle of deception, cycle of poverty as political weapon, cycle of being used only to get what you eat? No. And you sell your conscience. Rise up and stop being a tool in their hand, because what is happening, the poverty in our land, it is not natural, it is artificial. And artificially we have to fight it. It doesn't matter the inconveniences. We have to fight it. And we fight it and win. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go to a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open my lines so that Biafrans will call in and give us your view about the issue treated, please. I will be right back.
The more we fight together, and stronger we shall be. The more we fight together, together, together. The more we fight together, and stronger we shall be.
Rising sun, rising sun.
Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Biafra is the only hope of Africa. Believe it or leave it, Biafra is the only hope of Africa.
We've been crying, the world cannot to hear. And we've been lamenting, the world cannot to hear. Our tears flow, the world cannot to see. And our blood flow, the world cannot to see. This is a crime, oh no, against humanity. Oh no, yeah, this is a crime. Eritrea spoke up, they were given independence. South Sudan spoke, they were given independence. Namibia spoke up, they were given independence. Give me.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa service coming to you via Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, and today is the 7th day of November 2021, being Sunday. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Give us a call and air your view on the issue treated. We must continue.
The hope of Africa, Biafra is the only hope of Africa.
Believe it or leave it. Oh no. Oh.
Caller on WhatsApp, you are the first caller. Please make it worthwhile. Your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program.
My name is Samuel by name. Let me take it this way. Mazi, I really appreciate your good work, and I thank our viewers. If I tell you something, I normally send you voice note because sometimes I may not get you. I do send you voice note. So if you can, monitor this number and try to get on my voice note, is very, yes, please. I'm like, when I tell you that I can say I'm nobody, but I'm doing my best where I am. Because like the voice note I sent you, some people don't know what it takes to be, our leaders say what to be a Biafran, and people don't know the importance of what to be an IPOB. So if for them to reason, like when I see our people in diaspora doing what I do, they should reason and know the importance of what we are doing. And I really thank our viewers what they are doing. And when our people rise and understand the importance of freedom, they will rise and know that it's high time On a bobo no on a bombano, obo no bodoto. If you grow up in the village, you will know when your mother is giving you a sign with I. People should understand what is freedom and what we are fighting. We are not political people. Freedom is when you are fighting as our leaders is a quasi-military. We are not here to. If there is any mistake, you don't have to be commenting on the mistake. What you need to do is what is the less level? What is the less level to reach the apex to get what you want? There is mistake. People should reason what we are chasing. It's not when you are chasing, you leave the important thing and start chasing shadows.
Mistake.
Just chasing shadows.
The issue is the end justifies the means. That is it.
That is what we are looking for. It's not
mistake, this and that. What has he done privately? Can he go and do? Let him go and do something. That is it.
Mazi Jonathan, if I tell you where I am, I may not say what I'm doing. Are you getting me? But if I tell you where I am, you will not believe it. I know what I suffered during NSAS. I know the job I was doing. I know what I was doing. I was almost nearly being killed because of how I have been propagating this very particular gospel to those I'm around, even security men, to tell them the importance of what we are chasing. When this started, they say if I did not even that they see me as their target. I know what I did. I know what I suffered. I did not make me to change because I know that even though we die for it, you keep on marching. I don't know. In fact, it gets me crazy when I see how people, some of them in diaspora, that talking rubbish. We are dying and they are talking rubbish. People are dying. You are busy talking about the US. This. Why can't people reason? That place that we are in a foreign country, don't you obey their laws? Don't you follow their own procedures? Can't you establish your own? And they are talking rubbish. They don't do it because they don't like the way they do it. Then for that, we should stop. No, we should stop. We should go home and rest.
The end justifies the means. Let them talk. Let people talk. That's it. Let people talk.
We are moving ahead, and please, I urge Biafrans, if you are hearing my voice, anywhere you are as an IPOB member, anywhere you are as a Biafran, remember that we have a target, and our target is Biafra. Whatever you see on the way is the process to get where we are. Our leader is in dungeon. It's the same process. Where I am is the same process. I'm suffering. I'm 26 years old today, and I am still living with my uncle. That doesn't make me happy. I'm supposed to know where I am. If I die in order to make my brothers to survive, the rest to survive, I will do that. I will do it. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So if you are there, you're going to ask it. You're going to much forward than my hagen. You're going to delay this struggle. I'm telling you, you are going to joke because I started following our leader when I was in jail too. Up to today, I'm following him to the end time. So if you're going to need the request and IPOB, you don't know what we are there for. You might not need a soldier. They're not ready to die. Then get out. Because we that are people who are going to follow, our leader is 100 men. If you're not ready to die, if your heart is not pure, you cannot follow the struggle. If you don't have pure heart, clean one, who be your chat, who be this your chat, you don't have any hidden agenda. Hidden one, it will be your chat. That is how we follow. And I appreciate you, and I really appreciate the analysis. I think that sometimes I really think it makes me happy. The way I analyze things, you teach me a lot, and I really appreciate it. And the Almighty Abiyama bless you for me. Bless you for me and bless our leader. The mighty name of Yahushua. Thank you.
We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Do I have somebody on direct? Oh, that's cut. Caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. And then watching it, Mazi Jonathan. Good morning from Dubai.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, greeting my fellow Biafrans all over the world. My name is Milo Malugo. I'm calling from Dubai here. Mazi, I must thank you very much In fact, I'm filled with wisdom today in your broadcasting. Watching a care. Aguna Mago. Odobu. I hail you, sir. Aguna Mago. Our leader really taught you people a lot. You people really learn a lot from our leader. Aguna Mago. In fact, you have said it all. You have said it all, watching. I must tell you the truth. You know, I was grow a little child when my father died earlier. I grew with my grandfather, and I learned a lot from my grandfather. That is why I'm a good listener. And I also learned a lot from our able leader, Mazi. I miss him so much. Religion, the religion leaders, and no difference between religious leaders and the politicians, no difference between two of them. They are working hand to hand. They have used their useless preaching and they slave our people mentally. Mentally, preaching weakness to our people, telling them that God will give them electricity, God will give them hospital, God will give them good road. And that is why when our people have accident in bad road, they will tell our people that it's a winch. The winch there for that road. If you see that spot where people they get accident every day by day, like up your work and that a down flyover. The winch there, they drink blood. Why you know that is government supposed to build good road, build everything, make that place stand out like all this Western world. In fact, you see what these religious leaders did to our people is Amareba Gebido Tikis Weko, Amareba Gebido, and our people every 4 years, every 8 years, our people will go on renew their slave with one can of coke and the 400 naira, 400 naira. Okay, all this youth couple now that they promise that they will pay 30,000 naira for this useless election. Now, how many that 30,000 naira now? How many months are you going to eat that 30,000? 1 month that 30,000 have vanished. You will remain in your perpetual slavery. Black people make una have small sense now. Make una have small sense. Make una have sense now. What did they worry you now? These people are very happy in the suffering of our people. They are happy, especially when they see our youth flying to abroad. Anybody will go visa to abroad, he will go to one church and pray. Say, God, praise God, the testimony. I got visa to go for Europe. I go for visa to go for America. I got visa to go for Asia. Don't you know that it's a curse? How many of these people are in your country? How many of these people are in your country? Don't you know it's a curse? You will leave your fatherland, go another man's land, stay for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years, 15 years. Some of them will die there. Don't you know that it's a curse? It's a curse. In short, my elbow, Wokoma, Jisike, my brother, na Biama, Ghana, in short, I'm not ever get video. It's the brain on the pochi, brain out Chineke, Negide Aquana, brain in the pochi. Okay, now, for example, now, before Nyendo Zefeka Wikeweku, do you know that many of our people is not listening to Radio Biafra to sentence their brain? They will go on. Nigeria government will present them Blue Film Niger. They will be busy watching Blue Film Niger. That they will never get any sense from it. They will be busy watching Africa Magic. They will be busy watching football, waiting Chelsea play today, waiting Man U play today, waiting Barcelona and they play today. What did this thing go do for our life? We still remain in darkness and perpetual slavery. Eh? They will go and watch Z1, all this rubbish colored that will never bring anything to them. It's short, Mazi Jonathan,
Thank you. Caller on direct line, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me, sir? Jonathan, can you hear me, sir?
Yes. Welcome to the program.
Okay, sir. Jonathan,
so FM, the FM Kwasiri Kunaba since days, right?
I'm not hearing you.
See our FM station or the Kunaba. Okay. Go on.
It's all right. Jonathan, Jonathan, you know, you are my own father. You are fighting for my freedom. Okay, I want to go catch a but then I came on a prison camp for 2 years. I feel that we are talking. Different sovereign land with the wife. Make you don't mind those in church. Whether in end time, whether the something if you love your life with your family, listen to Mazi. Anything outside there, you are on your own. This son of our business, you think they don't have a like Nigeria. This is a corner to joke. That's all for the country. You got work at Mexico. They wouldn't know about what. They got what they got to think of them. That's okay. I know the guy. I hate you. But now I got not supposed to. That's the second of a thing. Second Kings chapter 2, from verse 1 to end, and the Ezra chapter 8, from verse 1 to end. That's the Martin was not from one minute. I will record them. That is the Tabantic. I will know what Stega wrote the whole of my belief. I will not have the little one. Then before I will only selfish to the Sabbath. I don't know. I never did it. Like, oh, my God, come and take a come up. That's because I'm saying that. There's that. Almost equal. There's a napia. Go better. If Joe Biden is the truth, is the justice and prayer. Casting things that I wanted to was that outside. United Nations can't just see them. And they're keeping quiet because they're second from our region. But they're about to do it. There's any government that will say, I can have it, but I'm not going to say that. Then I think they're all over the world. Only God told you what? Only Isaiah chapter 65, Isaiah chapter 65. Then the second address, chapter 16, from verse 1 to 11. Only only I'm not doing it, so I want to come on that I own them. I want to come my Jesus Christ and Muhammad on pushing my own head. All questions I get telling you, all questions I do know. Never I get a push pull. Hey, Fulani Dajawi. When I see Judges chapter 15, from verse 1 to Fulani, and the Proverbs chapter 12, from verse 1 to Fulani. That Judges chapter 15, back I go to. When I hold our leader, what did I do? For the back of the cellular, for the back, for the back, make it happy. Judges are better for it. That's what I did. It's better for them to shoot those shots. Okay, then I tell myself, I do not stop. I won't end up with the watching. Another of you, come back for that, and I said, I am there. You don't say I'm going to put it in Africa. I have you. I will enter the signal of no, woman. I've been in people. Only come and go. Yeah. This one. To come and give our leader. If somebody cannot make the just shoot your lap.
Mazi, round or up.
If you're America, if you're a Biafra in America, prepare your heart. We will make sure that the people return. If we tell you what to come out from this, we will carry them from there to cut a bit to oh my God, every little dog I blew the back. Up every moment, the walk on them with a ada na kwala ndị nwa unu kputu ụmụ mmadụ kọba na hapụ stabilization ha na-esi n'ụlọ ya ama ha sikwo n'eke n'afọ na mkpo na majorata ndị onye Biafra
ọha Biafra ndewo amanne ha ga-echiriri. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Caller on Signal, please hold on. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
There we welcome to
Good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
Welcome to the program.
God bless you. I am from Abade, yes, in one local government, Biafra. Mazi, in fact, you are a father to me. My father died in 1895. But I have seen another father. You are a father indeed to me. As you see, this your teaching or your lecture this evening. Mazi, if you are to us, Mazi, do you know all these things that you are saying? Mazi, I belong. I stopped going to church. It's not that I hate church. When I discover what church is it's like the people are in the church, not the building. Mazi, I reject the character of these people called church for their character. That I realize that these pastors, Reverend Father, Bishop, they are the Pharisees and Sadducees the Bible is talking. You know, they said that the Bible is this. Bible is our story, but people refuse to read it. I used to say, if Martin and the car did not read Bible and study Bible, how can you know that there is something that white people put on it? Martin and the car believe in Bible, but he told us there is something that white people put on it, and that is true. Now you see, this pastors, Reverend Doctor, Bishop, these people are the problem. This is institution. You see, these people, they are the institution. You know, Mazi, they are there before Christ on earth. The time Christ saw what they are doing with the call church, Christ went in and used Kelko and proper them. Mazi, up till now, they are still doing that thing. When sometimes in their prayer, I say, oh, all the time, call the Lambo, call the Gidekwe, that is their slogan. That is slogan of Pharisees and Sadducees. But I tell them, Biafra, direct to also Biafra, Biafra is the kingdom of God. People are looking when Jesus will come in the form of white man. Jesus is coming back, take it, ready to like it. Jesus have come in a peaceful way. Now it's coming with judgment. But people, what man is fighting? Is it not for justice? Is it not for justice? What cry for before that? Is it not for justice? And it's coming for them, and it's coming like a fire. It's coming with it or not, whether you like it, because it's not for capture of Reverend Father have done it. You see, Mazen and the cow will swallow many people. How many people will see, according to my brother Gona, people are about to. How can they learn? Because when they go into one bottle of Gouda or go to food bread or crackle mayu, crackle chasey, crackle BB Niger, crackle bet Niger, crackle seasonal film, crackle and then I call guy. That's why any mother of 4,000 naira they call a election because 4,000 naira 1 year 1 time, then that person banye or use Muroni in a task force. You go to tomato, you go ticket, before 3 months, I realize you go down 4,000 naira, wire times 100. So you don't wear a Biafra land. People be not back and Biafra land. Even though be not pocket. Manaya, I need here. Look at all there, all these people now and I have 5,000, APC naked 60,000. You look baboons when director called the monkeys and baboon had they said this is something different.
Look at them. That you see this time around. Otokwara onye mara nso ya so n'ukwe. Mere unu chi unu n'efe. Ọbụkwa ba akụkọ m akwụkwọ na agụkọ m ọgwụ agbaka m afa ife na-abịa na karị ndị na-agba afa ife na-abịa na karị ndị na-agwọ ọgwụ ife na-abịa na karị ndị pastọ ife na-abịa na karị ndị reverend karịa ndị ọcha n'onwe ha Biafra bụ mmụọ maka ndị na Facebook na-akụghara chi ga-edeze ma asịkwa chi ga-edeze ma asịrị you are going to die yo. Mazi, may Elohim bless you. We are waiting for them. Let them release that innocent man on 10th, being Wednesday. Let them release this man. Now, didn't play politics, didn't play his neighbor landlord in Burundi security in China or back. Your line is going to close.
There. Thank you. There. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Mazi Chukode Okuke. Can you hear me, Mazi? Caller on signal. Are you there? Caller on signal. Are you there? No, I don't know. Now let me pick caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan.
Yes, go on, please. Call on WhatsApp. Go
on. My name is Ejik. I'm calling you from my.
Go on.
My name is Ejik. I'm calling you from Nigeria.
Go on.
I can hear you, Mazi Jonathan. Can you hear me?
Stop listening to your radio. Talk to me through the phone. You are wasting time.
Okay. Your program is very interesting this evening, as always. And I thank every Biafran that are listening, that are also making their contributions. I just want to say that one of the fundamental factors that both Nigeria and the religious leaders are using to influence our people, one is poverty. Because one thing I've been able to realize is that people depend their life every day of their life based on what they will eat. They don't have this space of thinking of what will happen in the next 5-10 years. They think of the immediate what they will eat now. And as a result of this, they use psychology on people over, like, for example, God will make a way. Don't listen to people that are talking about Biafra, this and that, depriving you of how to earn your living and how to make your living. For example, I was in the church today, which I won't mention the church. The priest was saying that he's begging IPOB members to consider our women, our people that have been sitting at home, that doesn't have access on what to eat, the poor people around us. And it's a kind of psychology, using it to make them mentally low, not to understand the whole essence of why we're on this struggle. And I believe that it will go a long way for you to keep on preaching, to liberate the mind of our people. In fact, for us to get Biafra, the first freedom we need to have is mental freedom. If our people have not been able to have mental freedom, then all we are doing may not necessarily work. Because that mental freedom will go a long way to understand what the IPOB is talking about, what it means to be alive. So many of us are no longer alive. We have been psychological programmed that we work in accordance of what the dictates of the the politicians and the religious leaders. And most of these religious leaders have not been able to come up with a mind-liberating idea of what will make people to understand that the situations and the life they are facing is not normal, and it is up to them to change it. He said, I was talking to someone a couple of days back. I said, I believe our people have grown up to a level that what they do these days is that they accuse God in everything. They say Biafra, they say God will do it. We say the other thing, God will do it. The things that God has actually left for us humans to achieve on our own, we no longer get interested on it. The religious institutions in our land has made so many of our youth to be so gullible that they don't have mental capacity of their own to reason as normal human beings. It's a terrible circumstance, and the IPOB and the Radio Biafra, those that is anchoring programs, has a long way to go to continue to enlighten and liberate the mind of our people, because that is where the freedom will begin. Our people have been so brainwashed to the extent that we do not reason like normal human being again. The average youth you see these days is looking for what to eat. So they don't live beyond what to eat now. So I pray that people will begin to understand what it means to be free, which will start from the mind, which will start from our brain. It is when we are free that we will actually understand that what the politicians and the religious leaders are doing are not the right way to go. It is very unfortunate that if you look at some of the countries that are doing well today, they are not too religious as we are. And it's very, very unfortunate situation.
Thank you,
Mazi. So my take is that God will give you guys strength to continue to encourage our people, to continue to enlighten us, so that you people don't get deterred of our attitude. Because if people have not come to understand what it means, they will continue to behave this way. But I believe with time, they will begin to assimilate what people are saying and begin to abide on the path of freedom. Thank you. That's
thank you very much. Thank you. It is not only we are all together in this. We are there acting like we are the same. But the only thing is that because I cannot take only traveling outside as a criteria. No, because some people that are also outside, they even reason more stupid than even people in our land that never travel, honestly speaking. So, but the issue is when you start asking obvious questions, pertinent questions, you start seeing things and you start reacting, start asking questions. Why is this so? Why is in our own case like this? Why, you start looking for answers to all those questions. So my brother, I believe what you said, that the first liberation will be mental liberation. And that is the most important, mental liberation. Otherwise, people will continue thinking like objects. I have a caller on signal that has been there. Caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. I have a signal caller before you. Caller on signal, Mazi Chukwudi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There we go. Welcome to the program.
There, my brother. Good evening to you, my brother. Once again.
Good evening.
Mazi, you've done justice to the of a Biafran or of a Nigerian in general. You've done very good job this evening. Most of the time listening to you than callers, we have known to support some of the issues that you have raised. You raised a very pertinent things tonight. Seriously, I must say thank you once again. I used to say something to you before, but you said to me, no, I should stop saying those things. But decided to people who have known your history very well. You you're well learned. You spoke one English earlier, and I knew that Biafra Hausa, you've done a very, very good job. I don't know how to say this, but let me say what I want to say. There are two things that is playing out in the zoo, and those two things are conquest and the Fulani. Well, they were being chased from somewhere. They were also what do you call it? They were also
victims.
Marginalized. The way you said it. Yeah, but what is it to Nigeria? They understand two things there. They got them the Polarisation, the region, the widely blind as a people. Because we remember in those days that our people were being used, black people themselves, missionary people, and they in their people at that point. So
Mazi,
when
why is your
man
voice cracking?
they
Are you using? If you are using earpiece, please you remove it. I don't know. Sometimes your voice is.
No, I'm not using. It's something that is. So can you hear me?
Yeah. Go on. Yeah. Go on.
So I think there was an alarm. There was a sleeping alarm that was on my phone. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's it.
Yes. Now, analyze those two things. Now, to do the church business in Nigeria is something that is, and whenever you find that in doing very well, you know that particular thing that is conquest. They use it for conquest. Exactly the same thing they do with the election. Just like you have told that they are selling their bride price, collecting money from the politicians for the next 8 years or 4 years. Mazi, I don't want to dwell in so many things that you say tonight, but people should be very careful about the election and the church. If I work myself, I'm supposed to send money to my sister traveling home. But because of church, even me, also that in abroad, they also do what they are doing in Nigeria by going to herbalists. No, we've been fighting about that. I'm home this week. He can't say the day he's traveling because he thinks that somebody is going to cause accident. These people of Mountain of Fire, the way they condition their mind very bad. She lost the money that so they have seriously. These people have done so much bad that your own brother who's found. My sister cannot tell me what she's doing. I might do so bad. We do find out this person that this person is doing this and is doing that because we are working very hard. Please, I want to make a request so that I will allow other people. Mazi Former is listening to us. Is listening that could convey this message to him. Mazi, one of our broadcasters, I don't want before Mazi Aloze's program. If it's possible for that our brother to talk to him, our radio is going a little bit wider than what it used to be. If he's going to make two line, let him call those two line in a way people can be able to capture that two line. Call him. And Mazi Peter, you should try and call his number slow.
Okay.
When in those places that
Mazi, are you still there?
You should put those slowly. If it's two number, he has a lot of. But
I don't know, Mazi. I don't know what is happening today.
Those number.
This
because we have at home also not here to bus.
Mazi, the signal line, I don't know, is from your side or from my side, is very bad. What is happening today? Let me receive call from another person on signals to understand, because it's not normal. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Thank you for holding on.
Yes, I can hear you.
Mazi Chukwudin, there we go. By your voice, I know you.
Mazi Jonathan, may God bless you.
And you too, there we go.
My name is Mr. Chukwudin. I'm calling all the way from Switzerland, and I'm from Oka Province, Biafra land. Before I go on, I want to pray for our leader, Mazi Nandekano. May God Almighty Chukwu Kabiama be with him, protect him from the hands of the enemy, as he protect Daniel in the lion's pit. May he never allow the enemy to overwhelm him, neither to touch him. I also pray for Almighty God to bring him out sooner than later, for him to continue the job he's choosing to do and to finish it. All I pray in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Therefore, all over the world, I thank you. May God bless you for your effort for Biafra restoration. And I also thank DOS for the difficult decision they have made. I know the decision they made last time. They don't like to make it, but they make it because there's something important they see. They make it to achieve something that the other people don't see. Because I know they have ego eyes more than those on the ground. So I encourage them. And I also want to remind them not to forget that the people we are dealing with are old warriors. According to the man who interpreted before the answers, the man said that they are old warriors. They have many ways to fight. Men in the church, called the bishop and the Messiah and so on. And those called the senators and the governors and ministers, and those called the Hanesi, which this very long cap, and those PGs, all of them, they are old warriors. So our DOS, we know that those people is not the people you can trust. Now, we have do our own. We have listened to them. We have all of sit at home. It is not left for them to do their own. This is what I have to say. And the other thing I want to say is about how our so-called politicians in that place, Zoo called Nigeria, Jungle called Nigeria, they see the people there in Nigeria, over 200 million people. They see them as the people living in another planet. And the politicians are living in another planet. They only remember them during the 4 years, during the election, they will come and recharge their card and win their way. Then it will remain the people and the so-called church. And the church will take over and begin to bring people down. Even our people down there now, old Eastern region, they are now worse than an imaginary. Anytime for help, but money for this, money for this, money for this, money for this, money for this. So I begin to ask them, do you not have government? Can't you people team up one day and look for your government?
They will say,
don't you have government?
They will say, nah, I have to go to the government. They will take you even as you are stingy. You know, that they don't understand that even on the pressure we receive is even more than anything. They don't understand. Something that government should be doing, you are the person that will be hustling it, doing this, anything. My brother, we need to get this beer for honestly. Go on, please, go on.
So, these people, I think we should not give now this is it's like a week now. they are old warriors. And we should not give them breathing space. I think in Biafra all over the world, change gear, year one, even more to put more pressure on them until they call for referendum. Because if we give them any chance again, like any chance, give them chance, they will retreat again and become good again. So this is my encouragement. We have to deliver ourselves from this Yaramajiri that we see ourselves. Religious people have failed us, so preaching have failed us, so called events have failed us, so called elects have failed us. So now we have to help ourselves and help our children, the future of our children and our grandchildren. So this is what I want to contribute this evening. Thank you, dear friends all over the world. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Caller on signal. Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Are you there? You are not speaking. Are you? No. Caller on signal, you are not speaking. I'm not hearing you if you are. Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Yes. Can you?
Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Go on. Go on. Why did it? Where were you not speaking? Since? Go on.
I was a mute.
You were mute. Okay. Go on. Go on, please. Caller on was the whole time.
Take a good evening and good evening to all we, the RKB members, I thank all people working hard there and we stand in our foot to the level. All Senegalans around us, they are just on their own, backing like not a control. We thank God for the life He gave to us, especially our leader Mazi, and the country is what He did further ahead. I see a brother, if men we are God, Madu Burichuku, about what one of my about church. Told you one time that I was one of the hard member. Honestly speaking,
seems I'm having problem with this.
So this man, that's a the Anglican, they call it diocese and the archdeacon and the other things. From this man, I knew that percent of the hard this Anglican churches and the Catholic church with the politicians. For the members of that church or the interests of that Anglican church, that was what they pray. That is what the gospel they speak. They represent that Anglican church. That is why we have won the war of everything with the politicians. Now we need to. If the churches cannot tell our people the truth, what is happening? The IC swap and everything, they are reading the news, they are forging feet day by day to make sure they get to Abuja any moment from now. Are they telling me that I'm not hearing it? They can't just speak the truth to the followers they are leading to Christ. Matter of freedom. If the churches we believe are looking up to is to like this, so if any more that heaven and earth exist, when I die, I die. Anywhere I find myself, I take it. Because all these people, before you become an Anglican bishop, you must live many years in England, and you have to belong to that Silicon Dexy to still guide their rules, and you must If not, you're not coming a bishop. The same thing happened to Roman Catholics also. So why are they leading us to Christ? So if they are not there for us, we need to fight shenanigans. We call the priests and the reverend fathers. People was killed. And the best sees that this happened could stand it. Because they lead their oath of allegiance in them to protect themselves against any odds. So what church is not is a building. Here in Europe, to shopping mall, church, the museum center, but holy place. Church is more, you can convert it to hall. That is the way it is. Who are the churches? We say the church is what make it a church. So if those we are going there to tell us the truth, it's them physically here, anyhow we can to bring them down. If they cannot save us for what is coming, because if you are still following the sheepishly the way we do, Christ, we are still, they don't want to tell us on their ways coming into Anambra State a few days ago. To know what they came with. The one that happened in Yoruba land, they were able to catch 1 or 2 buses. Then our own was coming like quantums, which we cannot count. Mazi, may God be with you.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. That's it. That's it. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. We are inching closer towards the end of this program. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Dr. Jonathan. Good morning, sir.
Mazi,
over here.
There we
Chisom Ajuluchukwu Ejike by name. There we may God bless you and bless our leader and protect chaff and separate them from us. In the name of Yahweh, I pray. Mazi Jonathan, please, I don't understand this thing. I heard that there is a notice, gathered notice, they give to Radio Biafra that will collapse on 26th of this month. I don't know whether it's true or it's lie.
What is that?
I don't.
Which notice is
gathered
that?
Notice. Gathered.
What is gathered notice?
That is the way I see it here. I have tried to understand what they mean. Say we collapse on 26th. Gathered notice. GAZETTE. Gazettes. So I don't really.
This one or now Facebook.
I don't really understand. So I try to go into our camera and internet. Can you this notice over?
Wait, is it your phone that
I will not keep silent. Yes. So I find why with this notice? Why this notice? You know, I didn't see anything, but also I don't keep silent. Any opportunity that I will still say it in case you are in charge.
No,
or anything like that.
There is nothing. Unless you check your I mean, is it talking about your phone or your service? I don't know. But as for Radio Biafra, there is nothing about that.
Oh, like thank God, though. My mind don't fly. But thank God for that one. Thank God. What I want to say is that this religious leader you said, you see Bishop Kuka was in Anambra State because of this election. I'm asking Bishop Kuka that made a comment. The Arewa youths, our leaders start to shout, saying that he will accommodate the houses in Biafra land, that they should stand firm. Bishop Kuka are coming to talk about peace without justice. I keep on watching these people. That's why I say I'm not advocate of peace, because when you come to tell me peace, you try to deceive me. You are trying to deceive me. Where there is no justice, Justice is what will bring that peace. And you don't want to talk about that justice. And you don't want to talk about that humiliation. You don't want to talk that about oppression. What caused that problem? You don't want to talk it. You always come out to talk peace. Always be forced to talk peace. Why will there be problem? Why this problem? You are telling me about peace. You want to preach about peace. You go to your pulpit, you are preaching peace, peace, peace. But you don't want to talk about justice. Meanwhile, hypocrites, don't about people. That is who they are. Iwanya, I want to tell you, the day of referendum, if you will be alive, I'm not speaking for the Igbo. You only have one vote. When you vote into Nigeria, then you go to Nigeria. Then we will vote for Biafra. And this referendum, we have had this referendum many times. When IPOB call for anything, you see the response, 99.99% of response, everything that IPOB call. So when you are talking that you are not ready to leave Nigeria, we are ready. We have done with Nigeria. We don't have anything to do with Nigeria. Why Nigeria is collapsing day and night? Watch the protest they did in New York. Because the old West there, the Biafran is not there. They start hiring people to tell you they have nobody again. They start hiring people because those people in New York, they reject them completely. They start hiring other people. We remember you the money you collected into build the construction of a Obo bypass. That money. We are remembering you what you did during Otokoto. All those things you did. We asked. We destroy you very soon. We are going. We are done with Nigeria. We don't have anything to do with Nigeria anymore again. We are done with Nigeria. We don't have anything to do there again. Mazi, God bless you. Thank you. Why I call mostly is because of this radio of 18. That's why I call because that is one of the highest bullets we have. Okay, God bless you.
And you too. Thank you. There's nothing like collapsing. We must continue. I think this person will be the last caller. I think that. Or caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on Signal. Hold on.
Good evening, my professor.
Welcome to the program. Please, can you raise your voice or put your voice on the phone, near to the phone, please. Mazi, you are not audible. No person. Are you using earpiece? You remove it, please.
Yes. Yes. Good evening, my professor. Yes, sir. Good evening, my professor.
Mazi, I don't know what is happening to your phone. We are not hearing you clearly.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Go on. Let me see. Go on.
Okay, sir. What I'm saying is that this evening I want to pass my message to all Japanese IGP members and non-IGP members. No, sir. I'm speaking direct. I'm not using earpiece.
Mazi, this is your call. I cannot continue. You go front after you go back. You are listening to yourself. I have a caller on Signal. Please go on. Caller on Signal. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Go on, please.
Good evening. Good evening, fellow my friends and lovers. I want to thank you first of all, Mazi General. I learned a lot today concerning your topic today. That poverty. They are using poverty as a weapon, so that whenever they bring crumbs, we the masses we collect it from them. So there are many people there are people that have different views about it. So people used to say that how can people collect the money? That is hunger everywhere. So But I used to tell them that if you are really want to change, you shouldn't be accepting bribe because there is hunger. At least you maintain dignity as a person. So I must say that I've learned a lot today. That despite whatever that may be happening, whatever the politicians thinking, that if really I want change, I shouldn't be accepting all the bribes so they are bringing, because if I go ahead to accept those bribes, they will think they will think that that's enough for me, or if I collect it, I will lose my voice against them, or to demand for good, for
That is
better things.
selling your somebody's conscience. Period.
Yes.
You accept blood money, you sell your conscience.
Yes. So I've understood, and I've learned that I shouldn't sell my conscience, either by collecting money or by anyhow at all. So thank you so much for your topic this evening. I want to. There is something I saw on Twitter this evening, so I was a bit worried. So some people were saying that Radio Biafra we aspire in end of this month. Yeah, I don't know how you see the news.
This is Mazi, this is propaganda. You know, our enemies, they use different dimensions.
Sorry, I'm sorry. The people are also people that call themselves IQV members from US. These people from US, some of them, so they are propagating this in this evening.
So how do you believe? You know, that is the thing. You know, I'm surprised you are the second person. The last caller said the same thing. How do you know, our leader is right when he said that we handle propaganda. You know, the things are happening in our front. You know, our enjoy. How can you believe? Oh, you are worried. Oh, somebody say Radio Biafra will collapse, and now you are worried. Is it not why? Some common sense will tell you that this is propaganda. You know, our people are in a Bukhara everything. You know, our leaders say, oh, we want to go war. Can you handle propaganda? Give us gun. Let's go to war. Can you handle propaganda? When they will turn it into, you are the second person asking me this thing now. I don't know how can Radio Biafra now collapse. Nigerian government tried, spent millions and millions of dollars. They couldn't. All of a sudden, maybe the highways are now bringing out and you are shaking. Oh, Radio Biafra will collapse. Let us be mentally strong and tough, please.
Okay, you mean mental toughness? Should be...
Because when you see anything, you start being afraid, fidgeting, which means you are not tough. It seems the thing is propaganda. You write it off as propaganda because it's impossible.
Okay, so again, there are this group of people always on Twitter castigating whatever they do.
Mazi, please. It's one of the things I'm saying. Propaganda, group of people, if they are on Twitter castigating, there is nothing we can do. Twitter.
But they always say that they are IPOE members. They love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Satan can come out and say, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know?
Okay.
The whole people, let me tell you, you know, I don't know how we sometimes reason. What do you call him? This governor, the Sarkin Fulani of Imo State, who opposed him, he can come out today and say, I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let us say, hey, Mazi Nnamdi. And he will use it to deceive you because you are weak mentally. So let us stop bringing what people say. Okunu geku
Okay.
cheya, ono geku. That's the thing.
Although
that you cannot control social media. People can talk
yes.
anything.
Yes.
You listen to Radio Biafra. Whatever you don't hear from here, don't take it as take it with a pinch of salt. In short.
Yes.
And let me
Okay.
tell
So,
you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. I don't know how long we have been listening to Radio Biafra. Since the part, is it a long time?
No, the people always say they are confused. I've never been confused because
no, I say how long you have been listening to Radio Biafra? Is it a long time?
From 2019.
Okay, or at least 2015 when some people fell out, Iruanya and Co. They fell out. They were suspended. They were expelled from IPOB. When they started their agenda, they were saying our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They were calling our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu their leader, but they are out. They know what they are doing because they will not outrightly stop calling Mazi Nnamdi their leader. If they do it, people will distance themselves immediately. They will be anchoring on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now, be castigating some things in IPOB, little by little, and you will be you will be seeing it. Oh, it's true. Anyway, they are we have the same leader. At least they accept Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as their leader. So it gives people listening ear to be listening to them. The same thing that happened. Look at
as many are doing now.
Listen, let me tell you, so that people should stop all this type of very, I call it childish questions. The ones that Omar first, the ones that the Biafra Bank, the fallout, all of them, the same thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, they never stop calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu their leader, and they have an agenda. They want to get audience. People continue listening to them. Now, when they felt that okay, it is time, they will be sticking out. Oh, look at the mistake of IPOB, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. It's a trick. We know all these things. Uchemo for the same thing. He called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for many months, after many months, if not even a year. Oh, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Until little by little, they use the same pattern. Little by little, he will be calling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu our leader. He will be criticizing some things, making you, because he want to get your audience. Because if you start criticizing, if you say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, start insulting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hey, people will not even listen to him again. So that is the same way. These people, they will come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our leader. Now look at what they start criticizing DOS. Now when they get enough for them, when they see that they have gotten, because they are reading the whole comments, they are reading the minds of people as they are commenting. When they feel that they have gotten their people, the people they should talk to, now you see they will start criticizing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu direct. You don't see? This is the way devil works.
Yeah.
You don't see what he's doing. Even this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu self, why is he calling himself supreme leader? This and that. From there, now they will remove they will go that before you know, you that is following them. You guys are what a banner. You sitting now. Before you know, you have with the ranting, you are on too that abuse the DOS, follow them, abuse DOS. Now, when they start abusing our leader directly, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you yourself, he may go enemy already. The mini erugoki now, so you cannot go back again. Get this year confused. I know many of them like that. They are confused. Shame will not allow you again to come back and say, I beg, I'm sorry. No way. You are out, you are out. Not the thing. We know the way they work.
Yes. Okay, can I say this, sir?
Okay.
Since our leader was abducted, I've never been confused. The reason is that I've been listening to Radio Biafra even morning, afternoon, and night, and from when people were accusing DOS every time that they refused to give somebody a slot. So I started telling them that everything has been explained on Radio Biafra that if they are getting confused, they are the people that wanted to be confused. That if you want to be cleared of anything, you should come to Radio Biafra whenever the US is coming online, or whenever they are having a question and answer. You can ask anything, and they don't pick questions. They answer every questions. Like when Mazi Samuru, as they have been accusing him left, right, and center, I've been telling them that this man you are accusing, if he comes on Radio Biafra, he will answer every question that you throw at him. So you shouldn't be accusing somebody wrongly because you hate him or you don't you desire the position he is occupying. That's not how to
Thank
do
you,
things.
Mazi. Thank you. Just be consistent and continue listening to Radio Biafra. That's it.
Okay, sir.
There we
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I sent you this DM, but you never.
Okay,
you haven't.
I will try to check it, my brother.
Okay.
There we Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. You're being a great. Thank you, sir.
There we Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller. I'm telling you. People are still calling. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Mazi.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, sir. Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, well, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. Mazi, my name is Odisa Chukwuma. Odisa Chukwuma is from Isalangwa North Province. So Isalangwa is located in Abia State, Biafra land. I'm calling from my location. Sir, I've been hearing, but I just joined, but I've been hearing the conversation going. So I know you people are on the right track. So, but our people, just like when you say our people, our government is subjecting us, they are subjecting people to poverty or hungry. It's like when you see a chicken, somebody that is in cage, then when you're in cage for a long time, and when they lose you out or you see food, you will be rushing that food, just like somebody that is in prison. So that is what Nigerian government is doing to its citizens. The zoo government, that is what they are doing for their citizens. They will stab you, they will stagnate you to poverty, to hardship, to poverty, to it will stagnate you to the extent that you cannot see 3 square meals to eat. Then that is their agenda, and that is their style, the trickish style that they are using against its citizens. So anytime they come up like this, like election time, you see them giving you a token. Like I see some people in video giving them 400 naira, then giving them mods, to go and vote. I ask myself, I say, what is going on? And exactly what is playing on. This thing have been happening during Jonathan. That is when I decided not to vote for zoo government again, because I saw everything when I casted my vote during Jonathan, and they rig it in my presence. From that day, I swear, Mazi Jonathan, I swear, I said that I will never cast my vote again, or else Biafra come. Unless Biafra come. And I thank God, I've been listening to Mazi since 2013. I've been listening. I'm not a member of IPOB, but I've been listening. I'm a hardcore Biafran family. My dad is a Nigerian army before Biafran war, and he's still a Biafran member. He's still alive now. So he told me every history. I know about it, and I'm a hardcore
diaspora.
Yes, sir. I'm in Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I was saying, if you're in diaspora, you should join the family. It's okay.
I'm in Nigeria.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria. So, sir, what I'm trying to tell you is that I know the trickish. I've been witnessing, I've been following Mazi, and I've been following you people since ever that Mazi is no more speaking, even for his first arrest. I know everything. So this time around, this is what he played openly. I thank God that you people have seen it and the world have seen it. This is what is been going on. And this Anambra election have brought them out. So I don't know why our people, because I'm giving this to Biafrans, I don't know our people, why are they still behaving like this? Upon the whole thing that Mazi has been sensitizing us, trying to lecture us, trying to tell us how things is going, and we have seen it, and we have started there. We say, yes, this is how it's happening, and everything that he said is truth. And you people again started after the revelation of our leader, and you still saying it, you still open our eye, lecturing us in the University of Radio Biafra, and people are listening, and still yet. You see some people, I don't know the kind of hunger that is catching them, I don't know. You still see some people went and sell their birthright and slave themselves again because of 400 naira or 5,000 or 4,000 or 10,000 to another 8 years enslavement. So I don't know, but I still say that whatever that is happening, that we are on the right track and we have conquered them. And we will not retreat. And what I want to say, Mazi, this evening to DOS, I don't know why they call off, because I was not listening. I didn't listen that day, but later I replay it. I listen. I say, yeah, DOS has a final say. Whatever make the head of the directorate came up on board and say the day before the election, let there be election. I know there is a reason. There is a strong reason, and we don't have any other thing to follow, because what we are is command and control, and that is it. And that is, nobody has to question the leadership. So whatever they bring on board, we follow them. Because I said it the other day, I said they know, the leadership know that they're on the hot seat. They don't sleep. And they need this Biafra even more than us, because I know that they need it. And that's why they come. And the point we are, we cannot go back. So that is the point of no return. That is where we are. So, and I said it last time, I said, let's be watching them. Let us stop all this castigating that they are doing this. I know all those things are propaganda. I know about it. Nobody can come and convince me of what I know or what I'm being born into, because I was carried in the belly of somebody that went through Biafra war. I know, and I was liver after the war. So I didn't experience that. I know. I'm in the family. So my father gave me the history, and I know how everything is going on, and that is how it remains. So I want to say that DOS, they are the best. They know the best. So whichever option they took is the best. The only thing I want to tell Biafrans is that let everybody have focus on what we are doing. Because at this point in time, let no side distraction, nothing that will distract us. Let everybody be focused. Because the ball now is be rolling. They are play the ball. We don't play the ball now, give them. So as we are play the ball, give them, let's watch them. And watch the ball, how it rolls and how it's going to be. Because these people are tricky, they are chameleons. They might tell you they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Maybe they want to calm us down, they want to calm the situation. You understand what I mean? Yes, they want to calm people's mind, morale down, and drop us down again to start a journey again. No. We keep burning, let's keep hitting them, let's keep it burning it, so that they will feel it. No retreat, no surrender. So let DOS come up with something that I know that they have many strategies. They have even hundreds and thousands of strategies. We have not gone 10 already. So we are still coming up. So with so many strategies, let it be hitting, so that we cannot go down, so that they will feel us.
No retreat, no surrender. Thank you, my brother.
No surrender. So that's what I'm saying. And so the VDOS has a final say. So for our people that have sold their votes,
please let me take another call. I wanted you to be the last call. Give another people chance so that they will speak.
Okay, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Caller on WhatsApp. You call back. Will you be okay? Please, you have 3 minutes maximum, because you'll be the last call.
Okay. Yes,
your voice is clearer now than before.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, my fellow friends. This evening, I want to drop a message and a warning to all of you who are writing and speaking and criticizing and critiquing our men Watchtower as our dear, our leader. Maybe there is Watchtower. And the man in Watchtower will walk around, give information, landing flights, and also the departing flight. Those who criticize, let's keep against Moses, see what happened to them. You have to be very careful. If you descend God, take that down. Our God is their friends. So be careful. Be careful the way you speak right, just criticize our BOS, our men in Watchtower, so that you will not do yourself harm. They see everything, they are watching, they are our leader. Your own meeting, your own expected performance is do what? You pray for them. Put down your pocket and support the struggle to pray for them. That is our duty, that is the duty of everybody. So an IPOP man who took oath cannot continue criticizing, gossiping, speaking against our men at the Watch Tower. So to our leaders in Watch Tower, I'm telling them excusing also that remember what Fela said. Fela said that we are living in a society, in a community, in a nation of low mortality. The education of youth made our people, they don't have anything in brain. They may be right here, but yes, they are not enlightened as our professor. Our professor used to teach us every time about enlightenment. So they are not enlightened. So please wave away your ear from all this rubbish they are writing against our men in Watch Tower. So that is all I have for you this evening, my fellow Biafrans and IDP members. My name is Ignatius. I'm speaking from Libreville, Gabon. Thank you. Good night. Good day. Good evening. God bless all of you.
And you too. Thank you very much for sticking to the time. Thank you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, this is where I'm going to call it a quit for today. You have listened. We continue listening because we are what we hear. Our people's brains are tied up because of what they hear, the way they hear it. You understand? That is what tied our people's mentality. They pushed us Biafrans into go and fend for yourselves. Don't care about government. And our people started thinking that way. To reverse it, it takes time. It will take time, and that is what we are doing. To reverse this poor way of thinking. It is high time you resist this poverty. Weaponize poverty as a political tool. Stop selling your conscience. Stop, being objects in the hands of all these politicians and elites. Stop selling your soul just as Esau sold his own soul, the birthright, which he never recovered back. He never recovered it till he died. And he was in perpetual agony until his death. Do you understand? Dear friends, it is high time we continue in this struggle. Stop listening to side talks. Stop fidgeting, being afraid once you hear about any propaganda. Please be mentally tough and strong. That is what our leader taught us. There is propaganda warfare. There is, to fight for freedom is not a little task. You must, stand the test of time. They will throw you everything from all angles, religion, everything, both subtle talkers, both trickish institutions. They will come. They will throw propaganda. But once you stand your ground, at the last, those people that fought you, they will turn back to admire you, to congratulate you. They did it to Mandela. People that tried to kill him. People that, tried everything to push him down, like the British government. At the end, they saluted him. That is it. So, freedom is not gotten on a bed of roses. There are many, many aspects to it. Many things. We should know how to form cooperatives, at least. That is one thing we lack in our land. quickly organizing ourselves in order to do something for our collective interests. We have women now, we have everything, but I don't know why all those things are never used. When it comes to, political situation, people become uncontrollable. Everybody to your tent. That is the worst form of living. I'm telling you. It's like animalistic behavior. People can easily form cooperatives in order to resist. Even people say, in a place like a church where they are saying when the agochama, when the grace is being said after to go, now you see a political agent standing at the door to give you money for you to vote for them. That's your money. Where are the people? Why not some people there raise alarm and say, no, we no go agree. No, we don't want. Why are our people, complex? Suffering from inferiority complex. Do that thing. Stop feeling inferior to others. Oh, what are they going to say? Oh, no, they can do me. Do it. Mobilize people to stop bad thing, to stop selling their conscience, to stop accepting blood money. Because it is not the way. You catch those people sharing those money, catch them. Meha kaja. That is the only way to go. If we cannot rise up, resist, revolt against all this evil, we are part of it, and we'll be suffering from it until we realize that we are the cause of our problems, and we must do the needful. Europe that you are enjoying today, we are suffering until the people rose up. The people suffering, the masses, the peasants, the miscreants, they rose up to revolt. That is what made Europe a paradise today. This is where I'm going to stop. We continue in our quest. Our leader must be released. Do not forget, on the 10th is our leader's outing on the court, the shenanigan. He has no case to answer. There are many things going on the ground, but we continue. Anything that we are being told to do, we do it. It might look irrational in your eyes, but believe you me, the end justifies the means. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our ideology. We had no ideology. We had no ideology before, but now we have our ideology. That is Biafra. On Biafra we stand. Biafra is our religion. Therefore, here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.
Baby,